Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer. The Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be on to something.
All right, here's what's going on in the nest.
All right, just want to get to this off the top here because maybe some of you are starting to see this and are wondering what's going on. So the U of A announced in the last half hour that the Golden Bears and Pandas hockey teams will not play their home games in Clare Drake Arena next season in 2026-27. This will be the first time in 66 years that Clare Drake Arena will not be the home of the Bears and the Pandas. Next season, so this doesn't affect any U of A hockey games this year. Next season, they're going to play in the Silent Ice Center. Okay? The plan is they just go there for 1 year. I'm sure many of you have been to the Silent Ice Center or know about it. The Bears, the U of A press release reminding us that, of course, has 2 NHL ice surfaces, and the primary rink can hold up to 1,800 spectators. Also has some loge seating and even some private suites. And the Bears and Pandas will also practice there next season. What is happening at Clare Drake Arena? I would not, Jay Milne, call it a renovation. I would call it maintenance. I spoke to somebody about it, and I've been told that when they're back there, I guess in the fall of 2027, that it'll look pretty much the same when you see it in the last game in the spring of 2026. That things are happening sort of, under the ice surface, fixing some plumbing and sewage stuff, all that kind of stuff. That's
an old building. Probably
quite old. So that's what's going on. So this year, Bears and Pandas, as usual, hockey at Clare Drake Arena. Then next season at Silent Ice Center in Nisku. And then for 27-28, back in the, what do we even call it? I don't even want to say renovated or spruced up. Well, I guess it'll be spruced up, but maybe that sprucing up won't be visible to fans going in. But, hearing that there are some things here that are needed, that there are some, issues there with comfort for athletes and stuff like that. And
66 years old.
Yeah. November, I'm just reading here, 19. Do you know what it was called before Clare Drake Arena?
No.
Varsity Arena.
Sure.
Yeah, why not? Makes sense.
So it used to be Varsity Field was right there as well.
Yeah, when I was going to university, that's where they played their home games, right by the Butterdome.
Yep.
So that's what's going on. So you may see some stories today or hear, they're leaving Clare Drake Arena, sort of, for 1 year. But this is being called maintenance for Clare Drake Arena. This is not a renovation or like I said, where you're going to walk in and you're going to be like, oh my God, it's like a brand new rink, but it's still where Clare Drake Arena is. Is that fair?
Pipes.
Yeah.
Pipes and stuff.
Gotta do something with the piping.
Yeah. Need some upgraded piping.
Yeah. So that's what's going on there. I wanted to get to that because we just found that out.
Well, it's
ourselves.
Good
and then I thought this is going to be talked about, and when something like this comes up, maybe somebody's at work or driving around and they hear a quarter of the story,
yes,
and maybe they're thinking, and then people start talking, and it turns into they're tearing down Clare Drake Arena or something like that.
Yeah,
it's not happening. They're moving out so they can fix up some things, do some maintenance in Clare Drake, and then they're back in for 27-28. Makes sense?
Yeah,
I hope it makes sense. Thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Along with Jay Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports, presented by Play Alberta. The Oilers have a victory. They will host the Montreal Canadiens tomorrow. That's a 7 o'clock game tomorrow. So when this show ends at 6 o'clock, Tom Gazzola will take over for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. The Canadiens in Calgary tonight, to play the Flames, who haven't won a game in a couple of weeks. Blue Jays start on Friday. Elks finished the season on Friday, and they announced their team award winners earlier today, so we'll dive into that as well. We have plenty to get to. Jake, what do you think of the game what do you think of that overtime winner? Let's start there. Let's start at the end.
Beautiful. I mean, that's what you want Jake Walman to do, right? Toe the line, put a puck on net. It was a rocket. Puck was, I don't know, would you say it was a little bit of a knuckleball?
Yes.
No, goalie ducked. That's always a good sign. Yeah, I mean, great finish. How can you not like that finish? That was a game. That was a tale of 1.5 periods. I thought the first period and a half was okay. They're doing it. They're doing what people like you and I would expect. And then totally let the foot off the gas, looked like a completely different team from the mid-second period on. But they came out with the win, right? So hopefully they can take more away from the earlier part of that game and, throw out the rest of it.
All right, we'll talk more about that because I'm not sure if I totally agree with your assessment of the first half.
I don't think you agreed with it when I said it earlier.
Maybe too hard on them. We'll see.
It's fair.
We'll see. Fine. Jake Walman did plow in the overtime winner and then did a little bit of a celebration after scoring.
It's from somewhere. I'll let the fans kind of figure out where that's from and hopefully some edits or something.
I know the fans might be able to pick up on it, but can you give us old media people a hint on what that celebration was?
I've seen some people on social media. They got it right, so It's out there.
Okay, so this is the guy who did the gritty a few years ago, which was like a internet sensation. So Walman scores last night, and he does kind of this shoulder shake, head bob, and goes to the bench, and everybody celebrates.
Yeah.
So everybody's happy. So this is a thing. What am I missing here? Do we have an answer here, Coop?
Reid, this is... so Coop's got a video up. This is a TikTok trend, which I think I'm not a TikTok
So if
guy.
you're not watching on YouTube, we have a bunch of football players doing this. So it's a shoulder shake and then
it's like a head shake,
a
shoulder
whipping
shake,
motion
and a
with the
whipping
right
motion.
arm.
Yeah.
There's nothing filthy being implied here, I hope.
I don't think
This is
so.
not an MGK moment.
But you and I were trying to decipher what's this move called.
What is it called?
And Ben said it's not called anything. It's just a thing.
What's it from?
TikTok.
It can't be from TikTok.
It has to be somewhere.
Thing. Right.
I don't know, Reid. And that's why I think it's funny and odd that you and I are commenting on this because we don't have a clue.
Well, what is it? Just tell me.
Passed us
someone
by.
Just tell me what it is. Just tell me what the move is called.
Okay, good question.
Just tell me what it's called. Somebody, Coob, what's it called? He says the answers are online. What's it called?
I'll call it the shimmy shake. I don't
shake?
know. I've never heard of this thing.
So
I've never even seen it
before. Who
before.
started? Is it from a movie? Is it from Friends? Is it from Seinfeld? Is it from that 70s show? What's it from? Did Eddie Murphy do it on SNL? What's it from?
It's from TikTok, Reid.
What do you mean it's from TikTok? Something can't be from TikTok.
It's popularized
something exists
on
the
platform.
and then is put on TikTok.
This is bad.
Sure, yeah. It generates traction on TikTok. So all the kids and maybe Jake Walman, who is scrolling TikTok, found it. So he found it from TikTok.
Who is the first person to do this?
You're not going to find these answers, Reid. This is the confusing part of TikTok. In all of these moves. Who made them? Where did they come from?
How can this be? I want to know what it's called and where it's from.
Somebody must know.
Somebody tell me. Like if you said to me, hey, Reid, where's to be or not to be from? I wouldn't just say I don't know. People just say it.
Right.
I'd say it's from the Shakespeare play Hamlet written in, I can't remember the year, 1597 or whatever. I got to look it up now. Year Hamlet was written. Supposedly by Shakespeare. Yeah, to write or not to write with your real name or steal it. That's the question.
Hey, the Tiki Talk
Hamlet was
doesn't...
written between 1599 and 1601. I was off
bill
by
or not to bill.
Yeah.
Reid, this stuff has passed us by. Coob, have you?
Me wanting
me wanting
knowledge.
Need to make sense.
Me wanting knowledge has not passed anything by.
Okay. How about this, hotshot? You heard of the 6-7? This thing? I don't know what it means.
I don't know what it is.
It's from a rap. It is from a rap song.
What's it mean, though?
He's scaling something out in his hands. I don't know, 6 or 7. Who knows? Is it 6 or 7?
All right.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Are we talking pounds?
I don't know. I don't have the answers.
Are we talking liters?
I don't have the answer, okay?
You want answers? I think I'm entitled to them. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
I don't know.
Apparently, it's called the sideline shimmy on social media. There's no coined term for it, though, but that's what
Okay, so it
has
is
been
something.
given.
Thank you, Coop.
Oh, cool.
You're welcome.
So Jake
The least
Walman
I could
apparently
do,
watches
literally.
a lot of TikTok, scores a big goal, and immediately does this.
The sideline shimmy.
The sideline shimmy
Hey, do you know where his gritty was from when he did it?
from the Dua Lipa song.
It was from Fortnite.
Is that a person?
No.
Fortnite.
Did
Dua
I just-
Lipa.
Did I name an artist?
Dua Lipa
Yeah,
is,
that's what I
is an
meant.
artist. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's fantastic.
She's
Tommy Gazzola is fond of Dua Lipa, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, the music.
All right. So it is
you
from
can
some-
say
So
that-
why wouldn't he answer where it's from?
Yeah. Why was he so coy?
Because
Is he ashamed of being on TikTok?
Maybe he didn't know.
Why are you?
Why would you be ashamed?
Don't be ashamed, Jake.
But the gritty, you can follow
You know-
back and look to from the video game.
You know what I?
Well, yeah, it was from football as well.
Oh my god.
You know what I think? I think while they were out east, Jake Walman on one of the off days went to look at Niagara Falls. Oh, you would like to cross the river, would you, Mr. Edmonton Oiler? Well, yeah, I was hoping to. Tell you what, I'll let you cross the river. Score me a goal and then dance for me, boy. Dance. Oh, okay, I'll try. I'm not even sure if I'm going to play. Dance for me. So Walman's out there in overtime. He's like, geez, I better score right now.
Riverline's in the boxes up
the
there.
river line's going to eat.
Yeah, he's in the suite.
I'll dine on you, Mr. Walman.
The Riverline's just looking down from the owner's box at Jake Walman, waiting for his dance.
Oh, my goodness.
So
All
it's
right.
the sideline shimmy.
Why didn't he just say what it was? Like,
It's from somewhere. I'll let the fans kind of figure out where that's from and hopefully some edits or something.
I know the fact.
they'll be like, hopefully some edits. I don't know.
Some edits? Yeah. Oh, see, when he says edits, that's when you do a certain move that's popularized in some form of sport or something that's happened on social media that people are doing. Like they had the dab and whip and nay years ago. I don't even know if you guys are aware of those things.
They call it whip. And then
I know what dabbing is.
Sure.
I know that one.
I know what
Yeah.
dabbing
You're
is. That's
into
when
it,
you
yeah.
go to bingo and you
you
have
dab
a
it.
certain you get B45. Actually, 45
a
wouldn't
dab?
be under the B.
What's a dab?
Unfortunately, that was.
You know what?
Hey, we should try come up with a TikTok.
Enough. We enough
You
of
and
this
I, 'cause
newfangled stuff.
Clearly, it doesn't need
Okay.
to mean anything.
That's true. Let's keep it down to earth and old
I'd make an
school.
edit of that.
With the Bear headlines. Afternoon headlines for 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. That was a Wally banger for the Oilers to win it last night. He left an all mark on that shot. Congratulations to college boy Ike Howard for your first NHL goal. Put that puck under your pillow, kiddo. The goal fairy is coming. The Habs play the Flames tonight. Memo for Coach Huska. You're allowed to win a game. The World Series starts Friday. The Blue Jays are such big underdogs, even my brother-in-law won't put more than a C note on them. That is, if he had a C note left to spend. I'm Chet Palmer. Oh. I'm not even sure if that's... There really wasn't a lot of information about that Habs-Flames game. It was just,
It's okay.
really, if you pare it down, it's
Well,
more of
it
a
made-
commentary, more of a challenge to Ryan Huska.
I think, he threw it down the gauntlet for Huska.
Yeah, he really did.
It's okay.
They only beat the Oilers.
Wonder if we're going to hear from Chet Palmer's brother-in-law today.
On the text line. You know how you can text us. And if you're new to the show, give yourself a handle either on the text line or in the nasty chat on YouTube. Texting is 780-218-9999. The afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Happy hour featuring $5.25 drinks. That's available Sunday to Thursday from 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. You can email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com, and you can chat with us and with each other in the nasty chat. That's the chat stream that we have going on YouTube. And if you are in there on YouTube, look for that little thumbs up button and give it a click.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right. So
We should do a thumb dance.
Yeah, we should. It could be just
TikTok.
as popular as anything.
Yeah, it would be like,
And it only has to be 4 seconds these days. Because God forbid anybody under the age of 25 have an attention span. Like even that Shakespeare line is too long. To be or not to be.
Stop,
that is,
that's enough.
I get it. That's enough. You don't want to hear the whole monologue? I don't even want to hear the first line of the monologue, Grandpa. I'm bored.
Tyler and
me my
Twilliger
orange slice.
says, Jay, just go home and you ask your daughters all the questions you're throwing out right now. They will have everything you need to know.
What is that? How does that help me, the man with no children? Tyler and Terwilliger,
Well, and I got
quit
news for you.
excluding me.
My children do not have phones, and they certainly don't have TikTok.
You haven't got your children phone? Isn't your oldest kid like 16?
She's 13
Oh, well, how old is when she gets a phone?
when she can drive.
Well, so maybe 16.
Maybe.
14, you can get your learners.
She will. Yeah, I just don't think there's... What does she need to know? Who does she need to talk to
She
right
needs
now?
to look at TikTok.
She needs to know the shimmy shake or whatever.
She needs to look up Oilers
She
scores
sure-
online.
You know what, Coop? She does not need to know the
She wants to read about the 93 Blue Jays on Wikipedia.
I can tell her
Uncle
all
Reid
about that.
can't teach her everything.
I can tell her about that.
I bound a book once about the 1993 Toronto Blue Jays, Mr. Milne. Perhaps I could bring it over to your home. Though I am quite busy, I don't really have time to socialize too much. Would you like to come to my abode/work area? I work by candlelight, except when I have your show on my laptop, Jason Milne, 3 to 6 p.m. every day.
The bookbinder just sounded awfully creepy.
He likes you a lot.
He likes company.
He likes you a lot.
Shanzi says, Reid is giving off old man yells at cloud vibes. That's fine.
That's fine.
If you guys do a thumb dance, no, you didn't start it, but it's originally from TikTok. Yeah, that's probably true. Somebody would say it originated elsewhere.
Yeah.
We should do a thumb dance. Something just bad. So bad it's good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So what are all the videos on TikTok 6 seconds long? Is that true?
No, they started at about a minute length, and they've actually upped it to 3 minutes, and now you can have 15-minute videos on TikTok.
That's
wow.
Most of them.
That's like
the
that's
popular
almost an
ones-
episode of Seinfeld right
Yeah.
there.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the good parts of a Seinfeld episode, right? You get the first joke, and then people would be scrolling by the end of it. So it's like the popular ones are under like 30 seconds.
Do you have TikTok, Reid?
I do not.
Me neither.
A lot of the TikToks now, Reid, you won't even believe it. It's not even one video playing. It's 2 separate videos playing, but there's one video playing, so it keeps your attention span, and then the other one is actually telling you the important part, if that makes sense. So there's a video to distract you. It's like jingling keys in front of a cat or something while you try and tell it something important. It's amazing.
We should have the Tales of TikTok with Coob every week. We could break down a new TikTok and see how confused we get. That'd be fun.
That would be.
Reid's questioning a lot of things right now.
I certainly am, Mr. Milne.
Come, Mr. Bond. Let me show you how to TikTok.
All right. Thanks to everybody posting in the nasty chat and texting. What day is it?
Wednesday.
Do we have to do a mystery athlete today? No, tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
You know what? We will. We do this every day. This is going to be fun today. Baseball inspired. Inspired by the Blue Jays being in the World Series. The off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. We would like you to message us with your favorite piece of baseball chatter, and then we're going to say it on air, provided you're not giving us something dirty.
Yeah, I didn't know that tweak to it. That's fun.
Well, of course we have to say it.
Well, yeah, I guess. Now, are we going to say it in coach voice or like player voice?
Well, yeah, player voice. So when I was working in Lloydminster, the men's team there was the Lloydminster Meridian Twins.
Of course.
Just because of the Meridian line.
Yes.
That divided the city in twain. The Twins had an excellent chatter guy at second base. He always had something. I remember when there was a pitcher, he would call the pitcher either left side or right side. I don't know if this is a normal thing in baseball, but he would just call him left. Like he would never use the guy's name or nickname. He would just call him. So it'd be like, nice chuck there, right side. Keep pumping him in there, left side. You got him now, left side. Finish him off here. Come on down, right side. Give him a strike. He can't hit you right side.
Baseball chatter is interesting, isn't it?
It really is when they're not staring into the field after losing.
Because it's not like you could ever say, hey, great pitch there, left side. Keep it going, right side.
Yeah, you got to say it.
Hey, great pitch there, left side.
Yeah, you got to do it something like that.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Mine is, come on, kid, like you can, kid. Like you can, kid.
Like you can.
Like you can, kid.
Yeah. It'd be great for this. Like the batter look back. It's like, I'm a 200 hitter. I am doing it like I can. I'm going to strike out. What do you expect?
Yeah.
I got to hit my last at bat. That would indicate my next 4 plate appearances will result in failure. Don't tell me like I can. Tell me to do it better than I can.
There's got to be
That is a good one, though.
There's got to be some baseball people that know like
Some chatter, yeah.
Come now, hey. Come now.
I like them, though. Like you can. Like you can, big guy.
Yeah, like can. 2 up, 2 up, 2 up.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. Maybe it's
Take
2
2
down.
now. Take 2. Let me go for a double.
Yeah. 2 down, 2 down. I think I got
it's
2 up.
more dugout batter
Banter.
or field batter. Yeah, so it's like I like that like you can.
Yeah, like you can, kid. Like you can.
It's like, yeah.
Here you go now. That's always one, isn't it? There you go now.
Here we go now.
Like can now. A lot of knots. Like can now. Somebody should edit this.
Yeah, for a TikTok.
Make it a baseball TikTok.
Yeah,
Here you go now. Like can, kid now.
Instructional video on how to banter with your teammates. Yeah.
Not enough dancing.
Are you new to baseball? It's like an informational, an instructional video. Are you new to the sport of baseball? Do you struggle with chatter? And then it cuts to some really awkward guy like, hey guys, let's go. Let's get a win here. And people are looking at him like, you don't want to be like awkward Andrew. Hey, that'll never pump up his teammates. And then it's like, hey Andrew, here buddy, let's go over here and talk a little bit about how to chatter. It's like,
That'd be
how you doing now?
maybe that could be one of EST's shorts.
It'd be like a hinterland moment for baseball.
Is hey batter batter swing batter like is that a thing?
I think that'd be a form of yeah, sure, why not? Do they actually say? I don't think they say that in the major leagues though.
I don't know if they say it in the major leagues.
Yeah. Come on now, left side. All right, so that'll be our off-topic topic for William Huff. Email us, j@edmontonsportstalk.com. Text the River Cree Resort Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. Your favorite bit of baseball chatter, and then we'll try to chatter it over the course of the show. I think this is going to be fun, possibly horrific, but probably fun.
Skibbity Riz.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know.
I think they're just sending in incantations. I think that's to summon a demon.
Okay, Unc.
Dustin's gonna show up tomorrow morning and be like, why is there a demon locked in the little office in the back? Well, we asked for baseball chatter, Dustin, and we didn't realize.
We actually summoned Lucifer. Skibbity.
Maybe fears to us all. All right.
Oh, boy.
It's 3:24. We have some great guests lined up today as well. Ken Reid from Sportsnet is going to be on the show to talk about the Blue Jays vibe, and he has a new book coming out as well called The Next One. Brett Frood is going to join us a little bit later on. He's the commissioner of the National Lacrosse League. As we reported on this show a couple of days ago, there is a game coming to Edmonton, Georgia against Calgary on January 16th, part of the NLL Unboxed series, and still, I'm hearing stuff that OEG might be buying a team and moving it to Edmonton. I doubt he's going to announce that, but we're going to ask him about Edmonton.
You never
possibly
know.
Getting a team. But he'd be like, okay, you got it out of me. When we get back, though, we'll talk about our differing views on how the Oilers played last night. Here's the irreplaceable Zach Kubish.
Three games in the NHL, the Flames and Canadians facing off. Habs 5-2, naming Jakub Dobiš as today's starter. The 1-6 Flames challenge them with the Habs in action here in Edmonton tomorrow. And for the Habs, Patrick Laine is seeking a second opinion on his lower body injury. The 27-year-old has missed the last 2 games and is considered day-to-day. In Elks news, Jared Brinkman, Brett Boyko, and Carter O'Donnell missed practice today due to injury. Boyko and Brinkman with a foot issue, O'Donnell with a head injury. And the club announced their award nominees for the CFL season. Shaylin Garnes, representing the Elks as the team's Rookie of the Year, selected by the charter of the FRC, and head coach Mark Killam. NBA action, Toronto's team, the Raptors, begin their season against the Hawks in Atlanta at 5:30, and the Heat and Magic have a date with the Clippers playing the Jazz. Total of 12 games around the association. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Looking for quality flooring? Visit Paramount Flooring's spacious, family-friendly showroom, open 7 days a week. Save now on pet-friendly Shaw carpet with spill-proof technology. Call 780-483-1991 and mention EST for a 10% discount. Reid and Jay dance into the second segment of the show after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
The Calgary Flames should full-blown tank for Gavin McKenna. Some people would say they already are.
I think even if they try, they're going to tank at this point, unfortunately.
But can they be San Jose? Ooh, that type of bad?
I don't think so. I worry about Dustin Wolf.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The temperature may be dropping, but the action's heating up. Play Alberta is offering odds boosts on every Oilers game all season long. This is your chance to score big. And for a limited time only, our listeners get an exclusive $50 free bet when they deposit $50 using EST50. That's code EST50 for an exclusive $50 free bet. Alberta wins with Play Alberta. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
Honey, where are we going to put all of our summer stuff?
In the kids' room.
What?
Mom, a little help?
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Hope you're having a great afternoon. We certainly are here at Edmonton Sports Talk. EST presented by Play Alberta. We'll have Jay's Play of the Day in the next half hour before 4, because we're never really sure how long the segments are going to take or what the content's going to be of each one. I can tell you portions of this hour are presented by Little Buckaroo Design. Since 2015, Little Buckaroo Design in New Sarepta has been saying, heck yeah! Heck yeah! We can do that. From heat press and embroidery to rhinestones, sublimation, DTF, signs, and custom decals? Michelle and her team can make it happen. Stop by the showroom at 5063 Center Ave in New Sarepta. Call 780-984-2872 or check out their website, lilbuckaroodesign.ca.
Heck yeah.
You know these people.
Yeah, they're out in New Sarepta.
Well,
good people.
It's a good thing they gave the proper address.
Yes, they are. That is the correct address, folks.
I do like, now I grew up in quite a small town myself, Evansburg, and I never, so we lived outside of the town by 3.5 miles, or I guess about 5K. And nobody out, the town kids, like nobody ever gave their address. It's like, where do you live? It's like, I live, where the little store is. Go in behind there, and then I'm left, and then I'm the gray house. And we got like a orange pail on the front step. Okay, I'll come over later. Nobody ever gave their address. I guess maybe if you needed stuff mailed, maybe.
Right.
I don't even know if there was mail delivery in the town of Evansburg, or if everybody just went to the post office. I can't remember. It's been a while, but no one gave their address. But in any small town, I used to joke with my mom and dad, because Evansburg had one. Every small town had a 50th Street.
Right.
Right? Because it's like they started at 50, but New Sarepta actually has a Center Ave. I wonder if they also have a 50th Street. I could Google it, but I'd sooner somebody told me.
Well, I see Evansburg goes from 50th Street all the way to 46th Street.
Okay.
And it is bordered by 46th Avenue and goes all the way north to 53rd Avenue.
Oh, yeah. Huge.
Massive. Up off the Pembina.
Can you see where the high school is? It'd be on the south. It'd be south. Is what avenue? I don't even know if that's
like Evansview School.
Evansview and Grant. Well, Grand Trunk is where my dad was.
40. It's on the.
I think Evansview is shut down now. My mom will text me. I think Evansview closed down.
It's on the corner of 46th Ave and 50th Street.
Right. Okay.
Now 50th Street is nowhere near the center of Evansburg.
But maybe at one point that's where they started.
But Evansburg does have 16A, which is 50th Ave.
Right. Okay, so that's
the main drag.
Before they built the new highway, 16A went right through downtown Evansburg, so to speak.
That's probably where the show and shine rolls through town.
Yeah, that's where they were going to build the arena if they got an NHL team.
Yes. 16A actually meandered around like before 16.
Yes, because I believe originally Highway 16 went through all these smaller communities. So it would have gone through Entwistle, down into the valley, and gone across that bridge that used to be a one-lane bridge, past the provincial park, up the hill, and into Evansburg. Well, I guess you go up a hill to Entwistle too, depending on which way you go.
Past ye old Evansburg Trail.
I don't remember that. Is that on the map?
It's off the bridge.
Oh, I didn't know that there was something called that. I mean, I haven't lived in Evansburg for over 30 years. My parents have been gone 20 now. But
that's too bad.
Yeah. What are we talking about? Little Buckaroo Design.
Yeah, it's New Sarepta.
Okay, so what did you think of the Oilers' performance last night?
Well, like I said, I thought the first period was pretty good. I thought they looked good. They were generating chances. Obviously, Connor McDavid shot the puck. Beautiful shot.
He did.
And here's the thing. If you're... I don't know that anybody was worried about Connor McDavid's ability to score goals. But, you see an opportunity like what happened in overtime when the puck's turned over. He's got it between the dots and he doesn't shoot.
Right.
Then you see that goal he scored last night from an impossible angle off a bang-bang play. He roofs it in about a 2 square inches space. So that's the frustrating part. The guy can score from anywhere. However, his reluctancy to, especially in that overtime frame, is still frustrating. But I thought that was fine. The first half, like the opening half of the game and the second half of the game were totally different. And we've talked about this, how they have the ability to let off the gas and just relax, right? Almost like they're slipping into a bit of a prevent, which, as you know, prevents you from winning.
Right.
So that's all still frustrating. But a win is a win.
Well, they needed a win. And I always say don't critique victory, but I think the reason I have critiques is because I have concerns about the overall well-being of the team in terms of how successful they can be. I didn't think... I guess in the first half of the game, they probably outplayed Ottawa, but I thought that was more a product of Ottawa not being very good. I mean, they're not off to a great start to the season. What are they now? 2-4-1. So fine, if another team isn't very good, you should still go out there and beat them. But I still have massive concerns about how well this team can forecheck and grind and create chances, whether it's off the rush or whether it's off the forecheck. I mean, the Oilers had 6 shots in the first period, 6 in the second period. They were outshot 11-6 in the second period. Oddly enough, Ottawa only had 4 shots in the third, even though they started it trailing, though they scored twice early in the period. So, yeah, even after the second period, I thought the Oilers are playing okay, but how much of their 2-0 lead was them being good and maybe Ottawa being not so good? Which is fine. That's sports. You can only beat you can only play who you're scheduled to play. And maybe Ottawa's not that great. But I still feel as if I am waiting to see a more spark-filled game from the Edmonton Oilers, and we didn't really see it on the road trip at all. And I do have some worries that is it there. I do think they can play better. I guess I'm wondering how much better can they play.
That's the big question, Reid. And what you just said, you're exactly right. But do they also have the capability to play up to that level? Because this team, it's no secret, they're all over the place. They have the ability to play down to opponents. But do they, and I don't know that you or I have seen it yet this season, do they have the ability to play up to, say, a Colorado?
Right.
We don't know that yet. You look at their next games, it's not exactly world beaters. I mean, Montreal's coming into town tomorrow night. That'll be a good test.
Yep.
But they have a pretty soft schedule, wouldn't you say, over the next, 6 games for sure?
What do they have? Vancouver's coming up, who they already beat fairly convincingly earlier this season. Vancouver is 4-3. Seattle's 3-2-2. So, I mean, they're kind of in the same range of the Oilers. Chicago's right now 3-2-2. Chicago's next Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are the home games next week? Is it Utah and the Rangers?
Seattle, Vancouver.
Or the away games.
Or sorry, away. So it's Utah, Rangers, Chicago, and then they're off to St. Louis, Dallas, and then home again.
Like Utah's 5-2. Rangers are 3-4-1. They don't score a lot yet, as we know. I guess we'll see where it's going to go. But I mean, we are 7 games in now, and the Oilers haven't had an explosive game. You know, like they got to 3 against Calgary, lost in a shootout. Did outplay Vancouver, only got a couple of goals on Demko.
Mm-hmm.
On this road trip, did not score a ton. They got to 3 and they got the 3 against New Jersey because of a last-second goal by Lazar. They got the 3 last night in overtime. So I just wonder, and I know we've talked about Knobloch moving the lines around, but where is the offense? I guess I should rephrase this. Because to score goals, you have to do other things first. You have to either be quick or good off the rush or make several good passes in a row or get the puck into the other team's end and grind away and create turnovers. I don't think they do either of those 2 things enough.
Mm-hmm.
I guess McDavid created a turnover on the Ike Howard goal. That probably should have been a penalty, quite frankly. I thought.
The hooking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was kind of an oddly refereed game last night. So I'm not as complimentary about the first 30 minutes of the game last night, Jay. And maybe I'm just in a lousy mood and I am yelling at clouds. But I didn't think that was a overall. I'm glad they won. It's all about winning. I know people are relieved they won. Credit to Walman. That's a great shot. Credit to Stuart Skinner, quite frankly. He made some important saves, I thought, especially in the second period. But does this look like a dynamic, energetic, grab the kitten by the scruff of the neck type of team? Don't go and grab a kitten, everybody.
Meow. No, but are you surprised? Once again, I'll ask this.
I'm a little bit surprised that they've been this much, so they've been such dullards.
Okay, last year, here's their first 7 games. Goals for.
Yeah.
0, 2, 1, 4, 4, 1, 2.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Well, they got to 4 a couple times at least.
They did. Sure. The year prior, 1, 3, They had a 6. 1, 2, 4. 0. I mean, it's just a slow start for this team. Year in, year out, or at least in recent years. They had one good start in the past 5 years. This is just who it is. But they're further ahead in points than they have been in either of the last 2 seasons. They ended up going to the Stanley Cup final.
They're on a better pace. Yeah, well, you know what we should do when we do Oil Understood at 4 o'clock? We should talk about some specific parts of the roster or parts of the game, or maybe specific players that we think are good or bad. We could do like a 3 up, 3 down thing or something like that.
Sure.
Because maybe we'll focus what we're saying a little bit better.
I think that would be fantastic.
And Tom Gazzola can participate because he's in the nasty chat.
Sure.
He's waving at us.
Maybe he can do what was it called? The swagger? The waggle?
The swiddle?
The sideline shuffle?
The sideline shuffle.
The sideline shuffle.
Sideline shimmy.
Sideline shimmy.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Right. Yes.
Or the Amon Ra shimmy.
Do you mean, who do you mean?
Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Oh, yeah. I thought he was actually talking about like the Pharaoh.
I understood it as Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Okay.
But it is easily confused with the Pharaoh.
I think ancient Egypt is in play as a topic.
Absolutely.
Given some of the other things
on
we've
this
already
show
talked about in the first 40 minutes. All right. Jay's play of the day. I think you've been hot. I think you've been really hot.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
So
but last night it fell off a bit, but it was a little bit of
you didn't get it last night? Oh, right. Oh, you'll explain when you get back.
Yeah.
Jay's play of the day is coming up. We will name the animal. We missed it last week.
Yes.
So we're going to get to it today. The Oil Understood at 4 o'clock. Ken Reid from Sportsnet, anchor, and also an author. He has a new book out. He's coming up in about an hour. Here comes the coop.
Three games in the NHL tonight. Montreal is on the road in Calgary facing the Flames. Habs and Oilers going tomorrow. Elsewhere, the Wild and Devils hit the ice while Buffalo plays host to Detroit. And we also see Patrick Laine getting a second opinion on his lower body injury. He's currently listed as day-to-day, missing the past 2 games for the Canadians. In basketball, the Raptors have their season opener tipping off with the Hawks at 5:30. Other action sees Milwaukee hosting Washington, the Knicks and Cavs going at it, while the Celtics throw down against the 76ers. Elks News, the club has announced their award nominees. Justin Ranking representing the Elks as the team's most outstanding player. All the nominees for the team selected by the charter of the FRC and head coach Mark Killam. Meanwhile, Jared Brinkman, Brett Boyko, and Carter O'Donnell missed practice today due to injury. Boyko and Brinkman with a foot issue, O'Donnell with a head injury. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. The show rolls on after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The Oil Stream.
I understand and appreciate the idea of putting McDavid and Draisaitl out there for PK. I'm worried about them blocking a shot off their foot, somebody's howitzer, slapper. That's
unnecessary. It put Matthias Janmark at risk. Put Podkolzin at risk.
Yes.
I just don't understand. Why would Knobloch be? You know what we need? We need those guys also wasting their energy on the penalty kill.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses. Because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. San Francisco's own Jefferson Starship bring their arena rock legacy to the River Cree Resort and Casino October 23rd. Celebrating 50 years of rock and roll. Don't miss these classic rock legends. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
The off-topic topic for William Huff. Send us in your favorite line of baseball chatter. Have we got any? I thought we get tons for these. Such as, here we go now, left side. Nice pitch.
Bronco Nick says, my favorite baseball line, just a bit outside.
Well, that's from a movie. It's
That's
not
from a
that
movie.
not dugout chatter. We're talking about dugout chatter. You know, encouraging chatter to a teammate.
Okay, Dudley says this. Says, come on, Chuck, whip it in there, buddy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He said, and he explains, this is perfect, Dudley. Chuck refers to the pitcher.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure whip it in there is kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Come on, Chuck, whip it in there, buddy.
Throw it right past him.
Chuck. Oh. Chet Palmer's brother-in-law.
Chet Palmer's brother-in-law. I'm surprised he can afford his cell phone bill.
I believe he's referencing our discussion about the Oilers that we just had.
Okay.
He says, sorry, boys, been busy gambling at the River Cree today. But it's like gambling. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
But that could
now, having said that, even though sometimes I do say, well, it's not the playoffs yet. If I just came on here 82 times a year after every game and said, it's not the playoffs yet, people would get a little bored.
That's Matthew Owanik's take. Wake me up when it's the playoffs.
Well, someone should wake Matthew Owanik up to do his damn job around here. All right?
He tried doing his job.
I wrecked something today.
You put him in a mood.
I did give him a good suggestion, though, so I feel as if I've
He was
balanced
very
out.
happy about that suggestion.
Yeah. And then I did something quite bad because I wasn't listening to him. We won't discuss that.
Yeah.
All right. Are we here already? This is a very fun and rewarding part of the show.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
This is presented by Play Alberta. Make your bets count for you and everyone else with the Play Alberta app with hundreds of player prop bets on the biggest leagues. NFL, CFL, NHL, NBA, Major League Baseball, you name it. You're not just playing for fun, you're supporting your province. Play Alberta revenue helps fund Alberta programs and services. Deposit $50 today with promo code EST50 and get an EST exclusive $50 free bet to get started.
Well, I did it. I'm doing it. I'm jumping right in.
Okay.
Jay's play of the day. The Toronto Blue Jays to win the World Series.
Okay, good.
Yesterday it was at plus 170. So I asked them today, can we boost this? Can we get this to 200, to plus 200? You know what they said? For Jay, anything.
Oh, good.
That has been boosted to plus 200. If you feel like the Blue Jays are going to win the World Series, now this comes down to game 1 Friday night is going to mean a lot to this bet.
Why? Is this in 4 straight?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But if they drop game 1, I'm sure you might be able to, that might skew the line a bit, but I still won't.
Okay.
I still don't think it'll touch this boosted line. But if the Blue Jays win on Friday night, this is a good line. So that's over at playalberta.ca. Click on sports, click on EST specials, and you will see Jays play of the day, Blue Jays to win the World Series. There's also the early bird bet, Cooper Flag, 17 or more points tonight. That's at plus 105. Don't mind that. Might be sprinkling. And always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right, presented by Play Alberta, Blue Jays to win the World Series. Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Hey, we're in Canada.
Yeah, we are.
Nobody's talked about that today.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Nobody's brought that up.
Is Edmonton not closer to LA than Toronto in terms of kilometerage? It might be.
Let's find out.
Which city are you going to Google?
Well, I'll just say, is Edmonton closer to LA or Toronto? Edmonton is closer to Los Angeles than to Toronto. The approximate flight distance to LA is 2,200 kilometers, while the flight distance to Toronto is about 2,700 kilometers.
So really, LA is our local team.
How dare you, Reid?
In terms of this series.
How dare you?
I'm just saying. Just saying, that's just something I thought of and pointed out. Yeah, because I've flown to Los Angeles and I've flown to Toronto. It was quicker to go to LA.
Well, clearly, 500 kilometers closer.
Yeah. I've also flown from LA to Toronto. That's like a 5-hour flight.
That's it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Took a while.
Have to get out my...
It was I left at 9 a.m. LA time and I landed at 5 p.m. Toronto time. So it was a 5-hour flight because the time zone changes 3 hours. So, yeah, I was flying 9 to 5, just like Dolly Parton. All right.
What a song.
Oh, you know what? We get it. We got to do something else here. This is fun. We do have the Oil Understood coming up at 4 o'clock, but this is our award-winning, world-famous segment.
All right, screens down, Reid. Screens down.
We don't want any help. So again, Coob's going to play the sound of an animal. Jay and I have to name the animal. There is no scoring system. It is not a contest. You are welcome to submit your own guesses on the Nasty Chat or by texting the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. But we don't look at those because we want to try to do it without any help. We'll look after and see, oh, hey, this person got it like 5 minutes ago. But again, if you do get it before we do, there is no prize for this. It's not a contest. It is strictly for entertainment and educational purposes. Without any further ado, and also without Depardieu. Imagine if he came all of a sudden walked in for name the animal. Anyway, let's name the animal.
Come on, Coob, like you can now. That's it?
Sounds like a Wannock after the Yankees lost. Play it again.
That's all you get.
Okay,
you got to play it like 3 times in a row.
Is that an infant version of this animal?
It is a baby version of the animal.
Okay, that's a good one there, Reid.
Play it again. Like it sounds like someone trying to open a pickle jar or something.
Yeah, that's what Trev sounds like when he can't open a pickle jar.
Is it a kitten?
We should cut that.
No.
That should be, we should cut that, clip that, and use that for our thumb dance.
Okay, so it's a baby, and I said kitten, just so I went with the obvious one.
Not a kitten.
The image I get is that it's a kitten trying to open a pickle jar.
Can you play that again?
Yeah, I got you.
Everybody think of that. Imagine a kitten on your kitchen counter, and it's got a pickle jar out of the fridge, and it's up on its hind legs, leaning against the jar, and it's got its front legs and paws around the lid, and it's trying to open the pickle jar.
Oh my God.
Because that kitten loves pickles.
Play that again. Is that a baby lamb?
No.
Okay, is it a feline?
It is not a feline.
It sounded cat-like to me, but I guess it isn't. Now, okay, you know how we always you've experienced what I experienced when I started doing this with Kellen. That often we think, oh, it's a bird.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this one we're both thinking there's no way that can be a bird. Should we ask?
Is it a bird?
No bird.
Okay, so we were right.
Does it
on
have 4 legs?
It does have 4 legs. Yes.
So it's a mammal.
It is a mammal.
All right. So, but it's not in the cat species. It's not a feline. Meow. So what could it be? Is it? It's a baby version. Like, is it brand new born?
I don't know how
It's quite young.
young it is, but it is very young.
It's quite
It's
young.
probably in the first couple weeks of its life.
Okay, is this
wow,
animal
okay.
found in a zoo?
Yeah, you'd probably see them at the zoo.
Is it native to Canada?
No. I wish, but no.
What continent would
Why
it be
would you
native
wish that?
Oh,
I don't know. I enjoy the animal.
Is it a cuddly animal?
Does it look cuddly?
Yes.
Okay, so this version of the animal, this infant version, could I hold it easily in 2 hands?
Yeah, it would probably fit right in your hands.
You know, I know what
like
it is.
the size of a football.
It's a baby panda.
No.
Oh,
That's it. I like the guess, though. I wish they're here in Canada more, too. They're from Central and South America
Oh, man.
through Colombia, Venezuela, and the Guanas. Also
So
in
it's
Peru
a
and
mammal,
Brazil.
so it's some fuzzy little thing. Do they grow to be bigger than Coop the Corgi?
Oh, they're quite large.
Oh, they are. So the baby version are quite small.
Mm-hmm. Like they're tiny enough where you could hold it in your hands comfortably, but it's not like it's gonna fit like a little kitten.
Is it a hippo?
It is not a hippo.
Can
It
you
is not
play it again?
Mudang. It is not Mudang.
Yes.
My God. Is it an equine, like some kind of horse?
No, it's not an Aquarius animal.
No, that'd be Aquarius is water.
Aquarius.
Wow, this is stumping us. So it's some sort of a mammal, and it's when it gets bigger, and then is it mean when it's big?
It doesn't go out of its way to be mean, but if you provoked it, it would do some
Is
harm.
it a primate?
No.
I thought it was like
It's some sort of a bear.
It's not a bear. What kind of? It's not like an ape or monkey or anything.
no, it's not. So it walks on 4 legs.
Yeah, but it doesn't walk very often.
Is it a sloth?
Yes.
Oh!
There we go. I don't know if they kind of knuckle crawl.
It's one of
right?
the, it's named after one of the 7 deadly sins.
It's true.
Next week, the lust.
Oh, wow. People were getting it. Baby
Were they
sloth,
really?
Spency, Timber Woodsman, Baby Sloth, Jasmine. All said Baby Sloth. Larzy.
Whoa, wow. How did people know that? Well, congratulations to all the sloth experts we have listening to the show. That's
Big
surprising.
Dave says that's Trev arm wrestling Gager. Did you see that?
I was not there for the arm wrestle. But now Trev claims he let Gager win.
Well, actually, this is a good segue to letting everybody know that the Nasty Club memberships are alive and open. You can go onto edmontonsportstalk.com, and right at the top you will see Nasty Club. So right now you can sign up for the Nasty Club, and you can get your membership. There's a premium as well that includes all the information's in there. Forget exactly, but I think if you get the premium, the add-on is a backpack and a fridge magnet. It's
pretty spiffy.
Yeah, it's a good package. But with that, also, we took a video of Gage and Trev arm wrestling, and we're going to actually do some stuff, you and I, Reid, right?
Yep.
That we're going to be posting up to the Nasty Club, so only those that are part of the Nasty Club will be able to see that. We're gonna do a really good job of that this year. So check it out, Nasty Club, nasty.edmontonsportstalk.com. Did you hear a Teef signed up?
Oh, already?
Yeah.
Excellent. Love a Teef. We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Score your shot at a trip to the Super Bowl, weekly prizes, and more, plus $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. Congratulations to everybody who knew that was a baby sloth before we did for Name the Animal. Another compelling edition of Name the Animal. The oil understood for GCL Diesel when we get back.
The Lock Shot.
And you know what? I think it's time for the Flames to win a game. And I think I'm going to take Calgary. They're going to win a game sooner or later. Is Montreal at Edmonton the next night?
Yeah, Montreal gets Edmonton tomorrow night. So maybe a bit of a look-ahead spot here for the Habs against the Calgary team. I mean, Montreal is definitely a better team than Calgary, but I understand what you're saying. Like, is Calgary just going to keep losing over and over?
They're going to win one of these
again,
games. They're feeling it right now.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Get ready for a feast like no other. 40-ounce steak night is back this November at the Canadian Brewhouse. Sink your teeth into a hand-cut 40-ounce ribeye with all the fixins for just $49.99. Tickets available now in-store or at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
In the NHL tonight, the Flames and Canadians face off. Habs 5-2. Jakub Dobiš as today's starter. Calgary's 1-6 on the season, with Montreal playing a back-to-back here in Edmonton tomorrow. Elsewhere, New Jersey plays Minnesota, and the Sabres challenge the Red Wings. And for the Habs, Patrick Laine is seeking a second opinion on his lower body injury. The 27-year-old has missed the last 2 games and is considered day-to-day. Elks news: Jared Brinkman, Brett Boyko, and Carter O'Donnell missed practice today due to injury. Boyko and Brinkman with a foot issue, O'Donnell with a head injury. And the club announced their team nominees for this year's CFL Awards. Shaylin Garnes, representing the Elks as the team's Rookie of the Year, as selected by the charter of the FRC and head coach Mark Killam. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Are we good, Coop? Listen to Jay Milne here. Is this Believe in Me?
You know it.
I've started to know the names of the songs. I'm starting to know the names of the North Shore songs. I know Fallout, and I know Believe in Me. Actually, you don't even remember the titles of all of them.
No.
That's a good one, though.
That's it, yeah.
That was a hit single.
That's a banger.
Did you? What song would you lead off your concerts with? And then what would you close with?
Oh, man, I can't even remember. We usually finished, like, we would do an encore, and we'd do a cover of Ballroom Blitz.
Oh, nice.
That just brought the house down.
And you would sing that?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good idea.
Fallout would usually get the crowd going.
Would it?
Well, people would know the words. Like people
Did they?
Oh yeah. They would. We played some big gigs.
That's incredible.
It was fun.
What's the most people you ever played in front of? Like 8,000?
No.
800?
No.
80?
No, like probably just over 3,000.
Oh, that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. And where was that?
Come on, I want to lay a lua.
And where? And what was that again? I think you
Grant
told me
McEwen.
about this.
Big show at Grant McEwen. That was when we were supposed to open up for Sum 41 and Treble Charger. Sum 41 bailed. So it was just us and Treble Charger.
Right. That's pretty good. So you guys were known?
Treble Charger were a bunch of dicks.
How come?
They were.
Or I mean, like, what did they do?
They were just
surly?
Just like they weren't good enough to be as mean as they were and treat everybody with such disrespect.
Right.
And trash because at Grant McEwen, your green room or your dressing room, change room was a classroom.
Of course.
And they were smoking in there and like there were cigarette butts everywhere.
So disrespectful.
Just disrespectful.
Respect your space.
Like, come on, man.
Respect your hosts.
Be respectful.
Yeah.
Bass player was weird.
Like
caps lock weird. Oh, yeah. He was a special kind of bass player. Bass players are the goalies of the band, you know. This guy took it to the next level.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
It is Jason Milne and Reid Wilkins, the Reid Wilkins Show on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. The Oilers with a very limited skate today. They will host the Montreal Canadiens tomorrow at 7 at Rogers Place. We will have our GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 6 o'clock tomorrow, hosted by Tom Gazzola, and then Tom is on after the game as well to break it down for you with Matt. And I'll be on tomorrow after the game. I think Cass is back tomorrow, so we'll see if the Oilers can get their second consecutive victory. It is time to get into the Oil Understood, presented by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years. Now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. All right. So let's do our plus minus. Does it have to be 3 up, 3 down? Try to do 3 of each. Three positives, three
positives,
and three either negatives / concerns. Yeah, we don't have to necessarily say negative.
Okay,
necessarily.
I like that
for the Oilers. Coob, you can have a couple each if you want, or if something.
Yeah, chime in if you feel
around
something
in your head. Coob, if you got something bouncy around in your brainy waney, you can say that. You can say that as well.
Let's go, girls.
All right. So you go first.
What do you want me to positive?
You pick.
Okay, I'll go with a positive.
Just roll with it.
Positive for the Oilers right now is goaltending. I think that's a major positive for them, considering how much concern there was leading into this season about Stu Skinner, Calvin Pickard, right? Stu Skinner's not the guy. He's not the guy. Well, right now he's got a .909 save percentage, and he has won this team games. Well, at least one. Yeah, it certainly didn't hurt their case last night. I think, given how many questions there were leading up to the season about goaltending, I'd say this should be a positive at this point. What say you, Reid?
5-on-5 save percentage. The Oilers are at .920, so that does remain 10th in the NHL. I also quoted this stat yesterday. I also put the goaltending as a positive.
Oh.
I mean, look, Skinner made a blunder in the first game of the year. I guess you could say the one goal against Detroit wasn't great, but I don't think there's been a lot of debating the goals against. You know, I mean, sure, anything could have been stopped had something been done differently. You know, in a lot of the games, especially the ones the Oilers lost, they A, didn't generate enough offense, and B, weren't responsible enough defensively. 2 of the goals scored on Oilers goaltenders this year have been shorthanded breakaways.
Yeah.
So you got a chance to, in the Islanders, they could have gone up 3-1, right? And they tied the game. They gave up another shorty on this trip as well. So, yeah, I would actually say the goaltending has been solid. I wouldn't say it's been spectacular. I would say it's been
better than expected.
It's well, I guess we can't know what people expected, but a lot of people thought Stuart Skinner would never stop another puck again in his life. He's looked pretty good. He's looked comfortable. I agree with, Gager brought something up, and I've kind of been watching it. I think he's playing a little deeper in his net, which I think is helping his side-to-side movement. Because if you look at, I'm trying to think this year, I don't know if he's really been beaten on one where it's like, oh, he just didn't get across, or he didn't even push off to get across. So, yeah, I would say the goaltending has not been a problem for the Oilers this year, and I guess maybe that's enough to make it a positive.
Yeah, I think the expectations of Stuart Skinner he's overachieving on that.
I mean, in the Vancouver game, Demko played awesome. Pickard wasn't busy. So I guess that was a game where the Oilers could have been goalied, but they were able to break through with a couple goals and get an empty netter. And then in the Rangers game, Shesterkin had a good game, but Skinner was even better. So I guess there have been two of the games where there was kind of an extremely good goaltending performance. The Oilers had one of them, and the one they didn't have, they were still able to win the game. And I don't know, again, that Skinner blunder against the Flames, fine, but I don't know if there was an Oilers loss where you would say goaltending was the primary culprit in the loss.
Yeah, there hasn't been
yeah. It's kind of like, well, they're not bad goals, but 3 of them went in 7 minutes over his shoulder. You got to stop 1 or 2, right?
Yeah, I agree. That's it. So we're both on the same page that goaltending has been a positive thus far.
Yes.
Okay, do you want to go into the concerns? Or do you want to stay on the positive?
I'll do another positive.
Okay.
Now, as he continues in his career, he's going to have to get points and get goals. But I put Matt Savoy as a positive. I think he's proven that he's intelligent, he's hardworking, he's responsible defensively, he has a good all-around game, came very close to scoring last night on a couple occasions, jumped in to take the face-off in overtime. I think Mangiapane got kicked out, won the face-off that led to Walman's goal. So I've enjoyed watching Savoy. I think there's a lot of potential there, and not a lot, just a lot of potential to be like, oh, he'll get 70 points, but can he check? I think there's a lot of potential for Savoy to be a really good all-round player, like maybe a middle six type player who, as he matures, can get a little more offensively, but he doesn't hurt you. And I think Knobloch trusts him, and I mean Knobloch's praised his all-around game plenty of times. So I would put Savoy in the positive column.
What did I write there?
So we didn't plan these ahead of time. You also have.
I put the young play. I mean, you can throw Noah Philp in there. You can throw. I mean, Ike Howard scored last night. I mean, that was a goal scorer's goal. He sat down right in that spot where he couldn't be. Nobody could take that puck away. He. Did you see that? Did you notice that on the replay? Like, he didn't just keep going to the net. He sat back and allowed the defense to go. I mean, that was an executed play, and kudos to him. So yeah, I agree with you on Savoy. Noah Philp has been.
I put Philp on the list as well. I mean, he's got 2 goals in 4 games. So
now I'm having a hard time coming up with a third positive.
Well, I put Savoy and Philp as separate positives.
Okay,
so
we're in the same boat again.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I mean, it's kind of been just.
And
it's just, I've used this word, they're just kind of bland. They're just kind of bland. I don't know what the dimension is of a lot of players.
I guess if you want to have a positive, Connor McDavid got off the schneid.
Sure.
Right?
Nuge has a point a game, which is nice. But like Noah Philp, you got to give Philp credit. He's tied for 3rd in goals on the team, and he's played only 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he's -2, but I feel like when Philp's on the ice, he'll at least hustle and try to be disruptive. Not everything he does works. I mean, he's still figuring some things out, I think, and he's going to be a 3rd or 4th liner, but I would put him in the positive column.
Big Uke says it right. Savoy was all around last night. He's been around the net quite a bit. Right? Through the first 7 games. So positive start for him for sure. I think our number one under the 3 down, the 3 concerns is going to be the same.
Cool. What's that?
Goals.
I wrote down overall attack.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, 26 in the NHL. They're averaging 2.57 goals per game right now. That's not good enough. And but It's not like I don't think you would think this, Reid. It's not like they've forgotten how to score.
Where
goals.
are they? They're tied for. They are 26. Yeah, 26 goals for per game. Yeah, that's pretty poor.
Yeah, that's not good. Now it's 7 games in, right? And I mean, I still don't think that this line juggling that's going on is helping that. I think once that they can find some semblance of their lines, then these players can gel and come together, and you're going to see that number go up. But it's also 7 games into the season, and Connor McDavid scored his first goal last night.
Yeah, I mean, the next game is 10% of the season.
Exactly.
So we're moving past the point where we can say, oh, it's just 1 or 2 games. And that's why, and I had this concern going into the season. Would they be able to score a bunch? Like that I kept saying there's a goal deficit from last season.
Yes, you did.
Now, maybe Savoy starts to pot a few. Howard, if he stays up. You never know. But you never know the other way as well. I mean, Ross Levesque has been bland to me.
Oh, yeah.
I like Podkolzin as a hockey player. I think Podkolzin is a very good sort of technical hockey player. He's in the right place. He works hard. He forechecks. He blocks shots. But offensively, there's not a lot of flair.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kapanen's not playing anymore, but I kind of would put him almost in the same category. Or Kapanen was like, well, we had that great game 3 weeks ago. When's the next one coming? So, yeah, just sort of that overall attack. And I talked about this a couple of days ago. At what point this season, now, the Vancouver game, fair enough. Other than that, have there been stretches of a game when you felt, oh, man, like they're coming, like they're humming now? Like, oh, man, they own that 8 minutes. You know, even sometimes you might lose a game, but you could look back and say, you know what, they controlled long stretches of that game. They keep playing like that, they're going to be fine. I haven't had that sensation very often this season, and I would say I didn't really have it at all on the road trip.
Didn't see it once. Like, not what you're used to anyways. When they would wind it up and be buzzing, during the playoffs last year,
right?
They would take over a game.
And they may just have the personnel. They may just not have the personnel. Like some of these players, you can't ask a player to do something he's not capable of doing.
True. What if they have the personnel and they just haven't found the right way to utilize that personnel?
We'll see. And maybe some of the younger guys will get a little better.
Another concern for me on my list.
Yeah.
Trent Frederick.
Okay, we have almost the same list.
Are you serious?
Yes, I also wrote down
We did
Frederick.
not talk about this.
We didn't talk about this. Well, I guess
if we did talk about
there
it,
are some obvious things.
It would have been a different list. But we didn't, and we're just coming off the heart. So, I mean, Jake Walman has the same amount of points as Trent Frederick does.
Yeah, well, Noah Phillips outscore him.
Yeah.
Now, maybe Frederick is still coming back from the injury. Maybe he's not all the way back.
Well, and here, maybe it's not fair to criticize points, okay? But grittiness. What you wanted out of Trent Frederick was to be that body in front of the net, the agitator, the guy that would go into the tough places and come out with the puck because of his size, because that's the style of game he
ran
plays.
Anybody over this year?
No, he hasn't. And that's concerning. Now, the caveat here, like you just said, is what if he's still recovering from the high ankle sprain, which Knobloch alluded to, a couple weeks ago, that this, sometimes this carries on and lingers for the first month or two of the season. But given, when he was signed and, that big deal at a higher number than anyone expected, you're thinking, okay,
8 years.
This organization must know something that we don't.
Yeah.
They must have some inside information. Well, and look, once again, folks, don't freak out. We understand this is 7 games into the season as well, but we're just saying what is concerning us at this point, and he would have to be on that list.
He started the season with the big guys. Last night he played 12:04. Howard played 10:42. So Trent Frederick, the trade for him, you sign him to this very, very, very long contract. He's your second lowest forward in terms of ice time. So that shows you Knobloch also recognizes he's just not going right now. So now again, this could change, but he hasn't been an impactful player.
Mm-hmm.
So we're seeing things almost the same way.
We are. What's another concern for you?
I just have those two. Because like to the attack is like that's worth 2 on its own.
I have physicality as one.
Yeah, I think that's also
and
fair.
lack thereof.
Well, to me, that I bundled that all in together.
Yeah,
they can't score goals with creativity, and they can't score goals off the grind.
Right.
So you're kind of running out of ways to score goals. Penalty shots, I guess.
But to be fair, I mean, this team was this team characterized as physical at all last year? Once?
No, I guess we talked about that last year too.
Yeah, so I mean, but I think the definition of physicality has different meaning to Knobloch than it does to most traditional hockey fans.
Yeah, possibly.
Right? So we can let it simmer a bit more.
Yeah, and we'll see. I do think they can play better. I wonder, especially up front with this group of forwards, how much better they can play. I guess that's what I would be getting at. Yeah, I mean, I guess, Regula would be in the lineup. Hyman coming back will help. He's supposed to be back November 1st. So that would help. But right now, with what we've seen, they're not like an overly dangerous team on the attack. They haven't got a ton of shots on goals in most games.
Mm-hmm.
They're not, as I said, they're not buzzing. They're not jamming away. I think they've had some good goaltending performances against them. But other than Demko, they haven't forced the goaltender to be extremely busy.
Fair.
Canadians are going to be tough tomorrow.
I think so. I think you're correct.
780-218-9999 is how you can text us. That is the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the Tap 25 restaurant. $18.99 prime rib special, available 7 days a week, except on show nights from 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night. Available for dine-in and takeout, not available on show nights. As I said, we're going to have Ken Reid from Sportsnet, and he's got a new book out coming up in about 18 minutes. We have Fired Up for Gemco. Jay has something he's fired up about. I don't even know what this is about. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget, click that little thumbs up button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
We want to get to 100. We're just over halfway there. So do not be a pleasure to layer. Get in there and click that thumbs up button. If you already have, click the share button. Send the show link off to somebody else. Encourage them to check us out and give us the thumbs up as well. Here comes the coup.
From Calgary, the Habs and Flames drop the puck. Montreal's Patrick Laine getting a second opinion on his lower body injury. He's expected to be out day to day. And 2 other games around the league. Detroit hits the ice in Buffalo. And the Wild match up against the Devils. Puck drop for that game goes at 5 o'clock. And in basketball, the Raptors have their season opener, tipping off with the Hawks down in Atlanta at 5:30. Other action sees Milwaukee hosting Washington, the Knicks and Cavaliers going at it, while the Celtics throw down against the 76ers. Elks News, the club has announced their award nominees for the season. Justin Rankin, representing the Elks, as the team's most outstanding player. All nominees selected by the charter of the FRC and head coach Mark Killam. Meanwhile, Jared Brinkman, Brett Boyko, and Carter O'Donnell missed practice today due to injury. Boyko and Brinkman with a foot issue. O'Donnell with a head injury. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you're stuck with a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment. Today, we have a brief pause in the program. The Reid Wilkins Show returns after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Hockey insider Jamie McLennan.
I think both teams were desperate for a win. I swear, yesterday morning in talking to people from both organizations, if both coaches, if Chris Knobloch would have walked over to Travis Green at noon yesterday and said, let's both get a point and we'll shake on that, and then let's see who can get the extra point in overtime, I think they would have signed off on it.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. San Francisco's own Jefferson Starship bring their arena rock legacy to the River Cree Resort and Casino October 23rd. Celebrating 50 years of rock and roll, don't miss these classic rock legends. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Thanks a lot for joining us. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Why settle for less when you can have it all? Only Play Alberta brings you casino games, live dealers, lottery, instants, and sports betting all in one place. Players can get a $50 casino bonus by depositing $50 and using the code EST Casino. You can get a $50 free sports bet by depositing $50 and using the code EST Sports. Don't forget to use your game sense. What is Jay's play of the day that's up today, my friend?
The Blue Jays win. Blue Jays to win the World Series, boosted to plus 200.
The number of games doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Just win in 4, 5, 6, or 7. Just win. That's really good. They got a chance, don't they?
Well, they're in it. So, yeah.
Yeah, so technically they would have a better chance than the Mariners.
Much better.
We're not in it. Keep giving us a thumbs up if you are taking us in on YouTube. If you've already done so, click the share button and send the show link off to somebody else. We had the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel talking about some of our positives and negatives for the Oilers so far this season. They host the Canadians tomorrow at 7 at Rogers Place. The GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 6 o'clock tomorrow on Edmonton Sports Talk with Tom Gazzola. And then Tom's on after the game as well to break it down. All right, Fired Up is presented by Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces, whether it's gas or wood burning. Look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. What are you doing?
I don't know how deep I want to get about this.
Well, what is it, an excavation?
No. I don't know if I should name names.
Is it people at EST?
Nope.
Is it people that you love?
Business. It's a business.
It's a business.
It has me fired up.
Okay. Well, so it's your call, buddy.
So we left here last night. Where did I say I was going?
I believe you said you were going to meet your cousins for wings. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's they're done harvest, so they have some free time. Came into Sherwood Park. We all met at a local establishment that we've been going to for years.
For wings.
For wings and a beer.
Okay. Fun night.
Fun night. Watch the Oilers game, catch the third period. Life's good. Catch up, right? Visit with your cousins. Have a fun night. Watch the Oilers game. And enjoy some sumptuous chicken wings. Okay.
Okay. Sounds like a
been
good
going
night.
there for years. Show up late. I do, because I was here. They were there a little earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, Jay, you're not going to believe it. I said, what's that, guys? They don't serve hot wings anymore.
What do you mean they don't serve hot wings?
They took hot wings off the menu.
Oh, so they serve chicken wings.
Oh, no. Get this. So then they said, no, we still have the chicken wings. They're rotisserie style. And they're real fancy, uppity chicken wings. And, it's like, okay, so can you not toss that in Frank's hot sauce? So we can have what resembles hot wings.
Right.
No, but we can put a little bit of hot sauce, Valentina hot sauce on the side. I mean, here's the thing. What I counted 16 TVs in that sports bar or lounge, all of them on sports, and you're going to tell me you're taking hot wings off the menu?
What else did they take off the menu?
I don't care what they took off the menu. I didn't even look at the menu.
Well, you should have looked at the menu.
We walked out. We left.
Do you know if it's the same
Okay, well, that's
owners?
good. You left.
Same thing. Same owners. They just decided to get fancy. And you know what they did? Here's what they did. And I'll be honest. They brought us a sample of their new rotisserie chicken wings. I don't want rotisserie chicken wings. I want deep fried, tossed in Frank's Red Hot chicken wings. That's what I want. That's what normal people want. And I want a choice of a ranch. I also want a choice of a blue cheese. Give me. I'm not asking for a lot here.
Right.
So they brought out the rotisserie.
Well, you did the right thing by leaving.
And we tried them.
Don't spend your money there.
And they tasted like a beautiful rotisserie chicken on a Sunday dinner.
Okay.
But I don't want that. I want the deep fry.
No, you've made it very clear.
I need the crispiness. I need the crunch of a chicken wing.
So why did they change it?
Well, get this. So we told the lady was nice, and we were nice about it. We said, look.
When was the last time you were there?
Would have been like spring.
Okay.
So a while
So you
ago.
don't go there a lot.
No, but here's the thing. Don't change what's not broken. This happens at these establishments. They get up in their heads and they think, oh, how can we be creative and different?
Is it a chain?
Yes. You'd know about it. There's several of them around town.
Okay.
Anyways, we went to the manager came out and she said, hey, what do you think of these? And we said, they're not bad. Like, we're not going to kick them out of bed. Like they're not terrible, but they're not what we wanted. We wanted just chicken wings, saucy chicken wings. So can we get the bill? They had ordered a beer already while they were
right.
So settled it up, gave a nice tip for the free rotisserie, but it's just not what we wanted. So then we went across town we won't. But do you know what the manager said to us?
Good riddance.
She said, no, please take my card. Please email this email.
Right. So she's had other complaints.
She's had plenty of other complaints.
Yeah.
But why do people step in their own way? Like, this is a lounge. This is a staple of a lounge. There's three things you should probably have on your menu in a lounge. Chicken wings, nachos, and dry ribs.
Yeah.
It ain't rocket science, folks. Do not change that.
I don't even think the dry ribs
Don't muddy the waters for no reason. You're just trying to outthink yourself, and I dislike it. I dislike it.
Well, you've made that quite clear.
So we went across the road to another...
Did you get chicken wings?
Yeah, we went to another local establishment, another chain, which is also a name of somebody.
Yeah.
Both of these are names of people.
Okay, so it's not our friends at the Canadian Brew House.
No, we should have went there.
Nor at Hudson's Canada's
My
Pub.
cousins are picky about the wings. They did like those wings. So we went to another place. They still have chicken wings.
Yeah.
They still have a nice dip to dip it in. And we had a lovely evening. But it just bothers me when people, some of these restaurants take off some of their hits. Like, I know Dustin said about a restaurant that they took off a blackened chicken sandwich, which was his favorite, and it was like a staple on their menu.
Yeah.
They took it off.
See, and that's you do bring up a good point. Why are you changing something everybody buys? You know what? There's a place I like in my neighborhood, and they offered 5 sandwiches, and I liked one particular sandwich, and now it's off the menu. And I accept I may have been one of the few people ordering that sandwich, right? So, okay, in that case, I lose as the consumer, but they're probably not losing it as a restaurant because they probably thought, we don't sell a lot of these, so maybe we should replace it. Okay? But I doubt that this place was not selling chicken wings.
No.
You know?
They were very, very good chicken wings.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just bothers me because you just play the hits, man. Just play the hits. Somebody's coming there.
Do you want to say what it was?
Okay, I will. It was Joey's that did the rotisserie chicken, and then we went to Earl's.
Okay.
Boom. I said it. But I am going to email.
You should.
And I'm going to voice my displeasure.
You should.
They were good wings.
And we should do that more often as consumers.
Yes.
And I've told you, because I think I've done it a couple times, even in the year and a half we've known each other, that I have complimented good service.
Yes.
Because a lot of times they only get complaints. So sometimes I want to say, you know what, hey, I came here and this was good. You know, maybe you're the manager in the back room. Employee, Albert was really nice. So and the same thing too. And you're doing it the right way. You let the manager know you're unhappy, but you didn't yell at
no.
I can't remember if you said her or him.
It's not her. It wasn't her decision.
There's no sense yelling at her and creating conflict with her.
And to be honest, she was upset that they did that too. That's why she was like, please take this.
Right. So you
voice your displeasure.
You know what? I'm fired up that I'm proud of how you handled it.
Well, thank you.
I'm fired up with pride. Reid? I'm bubbling with pride.
And it was only a $48 tab. I think we left her almost double in tip. Just because we wanted her to know that it wasn't her fault. And that everything else other than this, which is out of her control, is just a shame. And it's terrible. Like, just keep it original. I mean, at Hot Wings.
If you want to add the rotisserie, fine. Why get rid of something
we even said,
well?
but you know what I mean, right? Like a rotisserie chicken, like a baked chicken is not the same as a deep fried chicken.
You know what? Several years ago, probably 20 years ago now, I wasn't reading comics at the time. Marvel rolled out a new Spider-Man. You know what they didn't do?
What?
Get rid of the old Spider-Man.
Troublesome.
So now you can do. They have Miles Morales Spider-Man. But you know what they still have? Peter Parker Spider-Man. Yeah. Well, you want a new twist on the character? There it is. But we still have the original character.
Yeah, and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm sure that happened to you, Jay.
They're still cooking chicken wings. They still have a deep fryer in the back. And lo and behold, I'm sure I could find a bottle of Frank's back there. That was the thing that was the tipping point for me. Was this, what's it called? The Florentina hot sauce?
Oh, yeah.
I have no time for it.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Just give me the good old Frank's, baby.
You know what?
Give us a thumbs up if you like chicken wings.
Yeah, give us some thumbs up. We need another 30 thumbs up. You know where you can go for a good chicken wing and a lot of other great stuff? The Canadian Brew House. They present our studio. Taco Tuesday leveled up at the Canadian Brew House all day. $3.49 new tacos and quesadillas, or quesadillas, as we said back in Evansburg. After 4 p.m., sip on $5.99 margaritas, $2 off Corona tankards, and tequila shots starting at $5.99.
There's a lot of displeasure here, too. People are upset.
I agree. They should be upset.
They were good wings.
Ken Reid from Sportsnet coming up.
Three games in the NHL tonight. Flames and Canadians drop the puck in Calgary. Habs 5-2 on the season. Jakub Dobiš, their starter, while Calgary is 1-6. Elsewhere, New Jersey plays Minnesota in the Sabres challenge the Red Wings. For the Habs, Patrick Laine is looking for a second opinion on his lower body injury. The 27-year-old missing the last two games. He's considered day-to-day. In Elks news, Jared Brinkman, Brett Boyko, and Carter O'Donnell mispractice due to injury. Boyko and Brinkman with a foot issue. O'Donnell with a head injury. The club announced their award nominees for this season. Shaylin Garnes representing the Elks as the team's Rookie of the Year, as selected by the chapter of the FRC and head coach Mark kill 'em. Sportsnet's Ken Reid pops in after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
I really loved what he did to Dolling. He gets kind of a cross check from behind. He goes right after him, tries to start a fight, pulls his helmet off, rips his earpieces out, throws his helmet back out.
He is the guy that licked an opponent. I believe he also kissed an opponent.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Got your rally cap on? So do we. Get your home base ready with Sentinel Storage and cheer on Canada's team. Let's go Blue Jays. Sentinel Storage, official storage provider of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
The temperature may be dropping, but the action's heating up. Play Alberta is offering odds boosts on every Oilers game all season long. This is your chance to score big. And for a limited time only, our listeners get an exclusive $50 free bet when they deposit $50 using EST50. That's code EST50 for an exclusive $50 free bet. Alberta wins with Play Alberta. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
EST Afternoons.
There is a little bit of discrepancy when you look at their stat. Is there a battle for the number one spot, or is this St. Louis kind of looking at these guys as a more of a platoon?
I think what he wants is for his number one to get better. He's at 8.57, so he is really, really struggling. He's allowing at least one banana a game. And Dobish, on the other hand, is 9.39 so far.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The Oil Stream.
I understand and appreciate the idea of putting McDavid and Draisaitl out there for PK. I'm worried about them blocking a shot off their foot, somebody's howitzer, slapper. That's
unnecessary. It put Matthias Janmark at risk. Put Podkolzin at risk.
Yes.
I just don't understand. Why would Knobloch be? You know what we need? We need those guys also wasting their energy on the penalty kill.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
All right, great to have you tuning in this afternoon. Oilers and Canadians tomorrow, 7 o'clock at Rogers Place. Oilers back home for one game after going 2-3 on a 5-game road trip, then a couple more road games against Seattle and Vancouver on Saturday and Sunday. Final game of the season for the Elks, 7:30, Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium on Friday. They'll try to wreck the playoff seeding for the Calgary Stampeders. And, of course, the World Series starts on Friday. We will discuss that and who knows what else with one of our favorites to have on the Reid Wilkins Show from Sportsnet, the amazing Ken Reid. Ken, how are you doing, sir?
Great. Thank you for the very liberal use of the word amazing. And boys, I'll tell you where I'm at right now. I'm at my son's hockey practice. I'm at a bar and a hockey rink. You know how I know I'm not home other than all the stuff going around me? This is how I know I'm not in my basement. Okay, look at this. I'm going to tilt the camera over to what's beside me.
Yeah. Big Leafs logo, giant Leafs logo for those of you not on YouTube. Yeah.
No, I'm not in my basement at all. How you doing, boys?
We're doing great. Thank you. So you got the link, okay? I sent it to the wrong email and you found it?
No,
you figured it out.
I sent it to the correct email, Reid. I checked the wrong email because that's how I roll.
So it's like, I got a text from you, and then I was like, and then Koob had already said we got Ken. I'm like, we can't have Ken. That's somebody else.
You got me, baby.
Okay, we figured it out.
Ken, is this a regular stop for you? Is this a regular practice facility that you're at?
Yeah. So Jay, this is I'm at Canlan Scarborough, but usually I drop my son off and my wife picks him up. But tonight, since I don't have to go into work, I'm staying here for the practice. So I got the next couple nights off in preparation for the World Series. So I get to be at hockey practice tonight. Nothing wrong with that. I like hanging out in the rink.
So is your schedule now, like, do you guys have to anchor every night the Blue Jays play? Is that basically your schedule for the time being?
Yeah, just like when the Oilers were in the final last year, Ivanka and I worked those games. So we're going to be working the The Blue Jays Dodgers series. So back at her Friday, Saturday night. We'll see how she goes. You guys, are people pumped up about it out there?
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that in a second because Jay has something special for you about that. I want to ask you something else first. You put a great video up. I think it was on Instagram of Ivanka watching, like, head in her hands, extremely nervous. And you're just like, hey, look, I'm filming stuff. I'm not even nervous. What was it like, though, in the Sportsnet studio, in the newsroom while this is all going on?
So when there's video of the newsroom, too, the guys went nuts on Highlight Row. Now, Ivanka and I were in our little studio there because we have to be ready to come on in case something happens. So I just thought I'm going to video Ivanka for the final out. And I did my little thing, and then I said, yeah, the Jays win. I went back to her. She's like, oh, my God, I'm crying. So I said, can I put that on Instagram? She said, yeah. Now, I'm not hip, boys. I'm not young. I don't know what floats or what doesn't float on Instagram. I am not a social media king. So most of my videos, reels as we call it, will get between maybe 5,000 to 10,000 views. So I wake up the other day and I'm like, wow, a lot of people are starting to follow me. Like, my Instagram account isn't huge. It's like 7,800 the other day. But I put this out and it goes viral, as the kids will say. And right now it has 674,000 views.
That's awesome.
So if I could do it again, I would have done it, but had this in my hand when I pointed the camera at me. I would have had my book in my hand because free plug. So, for instance, the last Instagram video I sent out, I sent it out about an hour ago. It has 1,548. The one before that has 2,011. And Ivanka has 674,000.
I can't even do how many, like, that'd be what, 3,000 times? The 30,000. I can't even do the math in my head.
It's insane. And
that's awesome.
I don't know, guys. Like, it's raw emotion. It's to do with the Blue Jays, but I don't know what makes these things go. And she is just as mystified.
Now, are you yourself, do you consider yourself a Blue Jays fan, or do you have a history? Like the younger guys here, because we have 3 EST employees in their 20s. And they're polite to me, but I can kind of tell they're like, can you quit listing off all the players you remember from 92 and 93, Reid? Enough. Yeah. There's a current series going on. That's a big part of my connection to the team. What, if anything, is it for you?
I was a massive Expos fan. I had my heart broken when the Expos left. And that new series on Netflix, Jeff Blair's in it, and that new special, I told him I can't watch it. I won't. I just can't. So grew up a massive Expos fan. In fact, I got trouble in school back in the day because I wouldn't sing OK Blue Jays in Mrs. Burns' music class. I'm like, I'm not singing that. That's not my team. Massive Expos fan. Baseball broke my heart in 94, and I honestly didn't come back to baseball until 2004 when the Red Sox went on their run because it was such a good story. Moved to Toronto. The coolest thing about moving to Toronto was I could go watch the Blue Jays for $10 when I moved here. And nobody was there. And I'm like, this is Major League Baseball. So, yes, I'm a Blue Jays fan now. I wholeheartedly admit it. I've been here for 15 years. They're my favorite baseball team. I wish them nothing but success. And I tip the cap to Shapiro and Atkins because I had zero belief in them, and I've crapped on them for the last 10 years. And I thought this team would win 76 games this year, and I'm wrong. So all the people on Twitter who called me an idiot, you are correct. I was dead wrong.
Yeah, but by the way, sorry about that. I was up late at the time.
Yeah. It's okay. At least you didn't make it personal. There's been a lot worse.
Ken Reid from Sportsnet joining us here on the Reid. Sorry, Ken. Look, this has been a debate in the office here today. It's taken over the conversation on several of our shows. But would people in Ontario find it even almost blasphemous that some people in Western Canada do not see the Blue Jays as Canada's team?
I don't think so, because most people in Ontario, particularly Toronto, have no idea what's going on outside of Toronto. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to represent the rest of us, guys. I'm here to represent Edmonton and the Maritimes and BC and everywhere else. Like, it's comical how little some people here know about the rest of Canada. I equate it to how America doesn't know about Canada. Toronto's the same. So I don't think they would consider it blasphemous. And at what point I go, of course, there's a lot of Mariners fans in Vancouver. It's 2 hours south. Why wouldn't there be? But there's a ton of Blue Jays fans, too. And I know some people wouldn't consider the Blue Jays Canada's team, but I will say that like when I go back home to Nova Scotia, it's Blue Jays insane. It's crazy down there. So I myself would consider them Canada's team. They have a monopoly on baseball here now. But I think some people would be mystified. Like when I tell them there's a lot of Red Sox fans back home in Nova Scotia, they huh? Really? Yeah, there are. And there's still people like, I mean, I'll wear my Expos cap forever. But, I mean, I don't know how you couldn't get sucked into the Blue Jays vortex, considering it's on Sportsnet 162 nights a year, minus the 4 Apple games, so 158. So it's kind of hard not to get sucked in, right?
Well, that's a good point. I mean, they are Canada's team in terms of which team can Canadians consume on a daily basis if you so choose. It's not like when I was a kid, I can't remember which one of us is older, but you might remember this. Remember Wednesday night baseball was the Expos on CBC, and then I think the Blue Jays were either Saturday or Sunday at 11 a.m. Mountain on CTV because every game wasn't on, right? So, you know, and even TSN I think used to have both teams, you know, 25 years ago. But they are Canada's teams in terms of here's something that you can easily adopt if you want.
It's there. It's like when we turn on the TV in 1985, Definition with Jim Perry was always on. It became Canada's game show, even though if you were a 5-time returning champion, you'd get $58 in hamburger meat and a 2-slice toaster. But it became Canada's show, Definition. Now, the Blue Jays, when they started storming around in 85 and they went on a run, they kind of said, okay, we're Canada's team. And as an Expos fan, I was enraged, right? I would watch... J'ai regardé les Expos de Montréal en français, une balle de prise à Gary Carter. Like, I would watch Expos games in French all the time. So, but I get it. The Blue Jays have taken over, and they're running with it, man. And our numbers are insane. Like, I hate to be the guy that talks about ratings. Like, you know, that's what Ron Burgundy, like, the ratings are in. But it's nuts, right? Like, it's massive. And you really can't deny, I don't think you can deny that they're Canada's team. Like, in hockey, we got Leafs fans, Flames, Oilers, Sens, Canucks, but do we have one team that really unifies us? I guess you could say the Leafs, because some like them and everybody else hates them.
The hatred.
So they're all unified on that. But I think this is a team that pretty much the majority of baseball fans in Canada, I would say, are Toronto Blue Jays fans. And I don't mean that to sound like it's coming from the center of the universe, because remember, guys, I'm not from here. I just live here.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing to remember. And you worked here for a while, so
yeah, for sure, for 3 years.
All right, let's shift gears a little bit. Thanks for that perspective, because we love the behind the scenes stories of, you know, doing the show and the videos you put up, and then just your perspective of doing highlights for the team and all that kind of stuff. But you're a prolific author. I mean,
prolific. Wow.
I always say, like, I was stunned when you wrote the first book.
Yeah, I get it. So was I, Reid.
Yeah, like what? I remember using this line with you on my old show a few years ago. I know it sounds like an insult, but you joke with me. 2 guys I never thought would write books: Jay Onrait and Ken Reid.
Yeah,
but the new one is the next one. I always ask you this, but the idea for this one, how this one got rolling.
So the idea for this one came from Kevin Hansen, who was the head honcho at Simon & Schuster Canada. And I'd written Hometown Hockey Heroes, and that did really well. And he said, I think, and so I like stories, guys. That's what I'm into. And the reason I wrote the Hometown Hockey Heroes is I thought everybody in Canada, their small town, would have a hockey hero. He goes, you know who I think would have a ton of stories are old scouts. And I said, yeah, Kevin, you're right, they would. He said, do you know any scouts? I said, I know a few. He goes, well, why don't you do a scouts book? I said, okay, why don't we come up with something? So I set out to do a scouts book, and the way it worked is I called a few scouts I knew, and they gave me some great stories, and they said, you got to call this guy, and you got to call this guy, and you got to call this guy. And the last thing I wanted was a book on how do you scout players. I wanted the stories that these guys and girls saw in the rinks, hanging out, watching, I don't know, the Spruce Grove Saints or the Fort McMurray Oil Barons, or going for a drive into rural Manitoba to see Aaron Ashton play AA so Ken Fox can get him to join the Red Deer Rebels. That's what I wanted to see. So that's the book I came up with. I love, there's a great Edmonton connection. Archie Henderson, who was the head honcho in Edmonton for a while. He's retired now, but Archie, it's basically Archie thought he was drafted to the Vietnam War when he was drafted by the Washington Capitals. That's how old he was. You've been drafted to Washington. Oh my God. And within, I don't know, a month of being in his pro career, he's one of the most violent on ice incidents ever. He becomes one of the first pro scouts in the game for Washington. he ends up running the show for the Oilers. And we got Brad Davis, whose dad, Lauren Davis, was a legendary scout for the Oilers. There's stories of them fighting together when they were both scouting for the Oilers. So it was a blast to put together because, guys, I know if we're sitting around having a beer, I don't think we'll start talking about numbers. We'll start talking about stories. So these are just stories. You can add your own beer I don't give you the beer with the book, but add your own beer and hopefully you just feel like you're sitting back talking to an old scout.
Yeah. Well, they have some of the best stories. I'm wondering, I know you don't want to give away too much, but I'm wondering, and this might be maybe where you didn't want to go, but I'm wondering if there's still stories around it, like the difference of scouting now with these laptops. Yeah. Oh, I can actually be in Victoria, BC and watch a game in Nova Scotia if I'm scouting. Like, did you get any of that of how observing has changed?
We got into how it's changed over the years, but all the guys I talked to said you can't replace boots on the ground. You can't replace eyes in the stand, because when you're watching a game on video, you can't see what the kid's like on the bench. You can't see how he's interacting with his teammates. You can't see what's going on behind the play. And those are the things you have to see, right? Like, so many of these scouts said they love going to practice as well. Just seeing it. And one of them, Les Binkley, who I love, I think Les is over 90 now. He scouted for the New York Rangers and the Winnipeg Jets back in the day. And he said his trick would be he'd go in and talk to the Zamboni driver. Who was first off the ice in practice today? Who was last off? Does this guy ever show up late? So you can't replace boots on the ground. And of course you can get into the whole analytics debate and all that stuff. And that's in there a little bit. But the last thing I wanted was a scientific breakdown, because I dropped biology in grade 12 because I had a 38. So that tells you what I know about science. Nothing. So I talk about what I know, and I think what I know is just rambling on and telling good stories. And I was so pleased that the guys in this book could share some awesome hockey war stories with me. Like, I didn't think that when I set out to do this book, I'd be talking about the Port Huron flags in the International League, getting smashed over the head with a stick, training for hockey by running behind a Honda Civic, and 12 men breaking loose from Millhaven Maximum Security in 73. You know the hip song, 38 years old? One of the scouts in the book was the psychologist at that prison break when the prison break occurred. So it took me everywhere.
That's awesome.
Ken, why don't you hold that book up again if you got it there so people can see what the cover looks like?
You probably sold it to somebody at the arena.
Yeah. Well, it's always good to see what it looks like. So it's the next one, hockey seats, remote rinks, and hidden talent.
See, this is why I'm not a weatherman, guys. I don't know where to put
we need a green screen. We got you. You're centered there. The next one by Ken Reid. Everybody Google that. Go on Amazon right now.
Remote rinks, though. Give us, there's got to be a story about some of these, far out places where there was some hidden talent.
There was a good story. Kenny Fox, who's a Sasky farmer, he got his job by answering a classified ad from the Red Deer Rebels, Hockey Scout Wanted, for Saskatchewan, things that don't happen anymore. And he hears about this kid playing AA in some far-off rink in southern Manitoba. So he gets in the car with the head scout, and they have no heat. There's cold air coming up from the floor. It's minus 40, and they get to this AA game in this far-off rink. It's this dinky little rink, and it's AA, and they're like, and then they look on the ice, and there's this beast out there, and he's scoring goals, and he's smashing everyone, and they're like, we got to get this kid. But they're going, it's AA. So the beauty of these scouts is they can see how a kid in AA will translate to the WHL, and the kid's Aaron Asham, right? And then the same scout, Kenny Fox, he drafts this skinny, 140-pound, long-legged, get to have his nose smashed in kid whose mom teaches figure skating, and he skates real well, but he doesn't really play that great at AAA midget. Like, he's good, but he's not that great because he's smashing guys and he's running them over, and he's really passionate. Maybe he's telling his coach off, and he's telling other guys on the team, boys, come on, let's pick it up. But there's something about this guy, and they say, you know what? His game's going to translate better to the Western League than it does to AAA midget in Saskatchewan, and he ends up being a 6th-round pick in the Dub, but he's a 1st-round pick in the NHL, and he's a 1st-round pick in my heart, and it ends up being Colby Armstrong.
Oh, nice.
So what I learned from these scouts is just because you're not playing in the biggest program in the biggest rank doesn't mean anything, because they will see you and they will find you. And the fact that these guys would go to a far-off rink in a rinky-dink town in Manitoba with no pizzazz, but other guys knew about it, and they were like, "You got to check this kid out." I respect that. I like that a lot. And the guys and girls in this book, they're hockey addicts. Like, you got to love it. And the other thing I learned, guys, the golden rule: it's kind of like with a lady, right? You have to go on. Don't fall in love after the first date. You got to see the guy at least 6 times before you commit to it.
Ken, okay, so the new book, the next, it's widely available already?
The next one in stores now, wherever fine books are sold, and on Amazon.com or .ca. But please support your local bookstore.
There
and
it
guys,
is.
listen, I know a lot of people like to buy books for Christmas and the holidays. Halloween's on October 31st. Buy 250 of these books and just put them in treat bags. Think about that.
That's a great idea. That's an
awesome idea.
A very good idea. Yeah.
Trick or treat, thunk. Trick or treat, thunk. I don't want to read. Trick or treat, thunk. It's a great idea.
Oh, and continued success with your career as an author. The new book is the next one, and of course, we love watching you on Sportsnet, giving us the Blue Jays highlights or whatever the pertinent highlights are at the time. We love that you joined us from a hockey rink on technically a day off, that you still hopped on with us. You're so great. You know what this just means? I'm going to bother you again and again.
Listen, Reid, you know how we work. If I can't do it, I tell you I can't do it. But when I can, I will. And boys, I hope to see you again in June. Wink, wink, if you know what I'm saying. Wouldn't that be fun?
I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun.
Thanks for having me,
Thanks.
fellas.
See you again.
And remember, fantastic Halloween trick-or-treat candy.
That's one of the best ideas I've heard. Ken Reid,
is.
very creative. Joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. The Oil Country Towing video hotline. Ken Reid is wonderful. He will inform you. He will entertain you. He will make you laugh. We love having him. And I don't even know how many books he's up to. It's a lot. He keeps cranking them out.
Yeah, I was going to ask him if he ended up. He posted on Twitter yesterday that he was in queue for World Series tickets for his boys. Oh, yeah, we forgot
to get to that. What was he, like 80,000 or something?
No, it was 292,000 people ahead of him in the queue.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Oh, we love having him on the show.
Wonderful man.
But he does cool stuff. That's why we love having him on. We don't just have him on just for the sake of having him on. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube if you're taking us in there. We are 15 away from 100, so you might as well get in there and click. Click for Ken Reid. Click for his new book called The Next One, and it sounds like it's going to be a blast. I haven't read it yet. I'll have to grab it, or maybe that'd be a good one for Christmas Eve or something like that. Curl up with a Ken Reid book for Halloween.
That'd be nice.
I could dress as Ken Reid and read his book on Halloween. That'd be pretty amazing. It is the 5 o'clock break. We're going to have the commissioner of the National Lacrosse League on the show, as there's a game coming to Edmonton in January. Words of the day, buying or selling, all ahead as well. Here's the 5 o'clock break.
2 guys and a goalie.
The Calgary Flames should full-blown tank for Gavin McKenna. Some people would say they already are.
I think even if they try, they're going to tank at this point, unfortunately.
But can they be San Jose? Ooh, that type of bad?
I don't think so. I worry about Dustin Wolf.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
With Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
Honey, where are we going to put all of our summer stuff?
In the kids' room.
What?
Mom, a little help?
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Mind 360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind 360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind 360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
In just a moment, the Wild and Devils face off. After that, the Red Wings and Sabres hit the ice. We also see from Calgary, the Habs and Flames dropping the puck. Montreal's Patrick Laine looking for a second opinion on his lower body injury. He's currently considered day-to-day. And on the court tonight, 3 games to get set in just a moment. Miami at Orlando, Brooklyn and Charlotte tipping off, while the Knicks and Cavs face off. We also see Toronto having their season opener, the Raptors, out in Atlanta to play the Hawks at 5:30. CFL News, Carter O'Donnell, Jared Brinkman, and Brett Boyko all missed practice today for the Elks. O'Donnell with a head injury, Boyko and Brinkman due to a foot issue. And earlier, the league unveiled the award nominees for all 9 clubs. Joel DeBlanco representing the Elks as the most outstanding Canadian. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 3 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
I've got something under my skin, and the itch won't go away. It's my
5:08. Hope you're having a great afternoon. In about 10 or 12 minutes, we'll be joined by Brett Frood, the commissioner of the National Lacrosse League, which is going to have a game in Edmonton between Georgia and Calgary in January. I wonder if this is paving the way for the NLL to return to Edmonton with a franchise perhaps owned by OEG. We'll see if he can comment on that at all. The Oilers are back in action at home tomorrow, 7 o'clock against the Montreal Canadiens. So we will have the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 6 tomorrow, hosted by Tom Gazzola, and then he'll be on after the game to break it down as the Oilers will chase their second consecutive victory. Elks Friday at 7:30. So 6:30 for the Green and Gold kickoff show. Last one of the year, as the Elks will miss the playoffs yet again. Despite making a rally from a 1-6 start, they will miss the playoffs by, I guess, a game or two when all is said and done. As we go into buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years, he and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com. Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. Let me go in this direction with you, Mr. Milne. The Edmonton Elks will have a West nominee for one of the Outstanding Player Awards. So the Outstanding Player nominee for the Elks is Justin Rankin. He's up against Nathan Rourke. Should I just stop there?
Yes, you should.
Okay. Well, Trevor Harris won't edge out Rourke? No. So as great as Rankin was this season, we do not expect him to be the West nominee.
No. How can you be? I mean, Nathan Rourke's running away with that.
Joel DeBlanco is the Elks nominee for Most Outstanding Canadian. Listing off the other nominees in the West, BC Nathan Rourke. Should I stop there?
Yes.
Okay. So that's going to be tough. Most Outstanding Defensive Player, it's Cordell Jackson from the Elks, who had a pretty good year. Matthew Betts from BC, Clarence Hicks from Calgary, Jameer Thurman from Saskatchewan, Winnipeg nominating Evan Holm.
I think it would be Matthew Betts.
Okay. Most Outstanding Offensive Lineman, David Beard, who's been on this show a few times, is the Elks nominee. Winnipeg, Stanley Bryant, Saskatchewan, Jamarcus Hardrick, Calgary, Zach Williams, BC, Jarrell Broxton.
Hardwick.
Probably.
Or probably.
I doubt it would be Beard. Had a great year, but I don't know if he'd be the Vision nominee. Special Teams Player. Now, this is interesting. Sean White from the Lions, outstanding kicker. Calgary nominating Mark Vassett. Saskatchewan nominating Nick Weeb. Winnipeg nominating Trey Vavel. It's Javon Leake from the Elks.
This is going to be the one that I will say stood out to me as, so I'm buying on Javon Leake.
Maybe being the
coming
West
out
nominee.
of the West.
Okay.
He's a leader in combined return yards. Now, Vavel had some electric returns, more touchdowns. But if you look at combined return yards from kickoff return, punt return, Javon Leake leads the CFL in just over 2,300 yards. Plus, he's at 9 big plays on returns, which is the leader in the CFL as well.
Right.
So I think if it depends what you look at or what they look at when they're nominating or selecting these players to represent the division. Is it consistency or is it big plays? Because if it's consistency, I think Javon Leake's going to get the nod.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, now White's pretty darn consistent too for the Lions.
He is. I just don't know if that's sexy enough when you have these sexier options in the return game. There's nothing more electric than a kickoff return for a touchdown or a punt return for a touchdown, right? I mean, Sean White's great, don't get me wrong, but there may be some better options here. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah, we'll see what they do here. Janarian Grant won it last year. Javon Leake won it 2 years ago. A kicker has not won it since Lewis Ward in 2018. Sean White has never won it. He's been the runner-up the last 2 years. I'm wondering, does Sean White get this because A, he had a good year, and B, he also gets it as sort of a lifetime achievement award? Like, where voters are like, you know what, he should have one.
And C, with the new rule changes, his position and craft won't be as important as it once was.
Kickers will be obsolete, Jay.
Yes, there'll be robots.
But you know what I mean. So I don't know. That'll be tough.
Because he was not outspoken, but he did make that comment after the rule changes were announced or the sizing of the field and all that. Well, I guess my job here is done. Something to that effect.
And then for outstanding rookie, Chalon Garnes is the Elks nominee, really good player. Robert Carter Jr. for the Lions, Chris Fortin for the Stamps, Peyton Collins for Saskatchewan, Trey Vavel for Winnipeg. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not totally familiar with all these players. But I wonder if Vavel gets this one if he doesn't get special teams.
Yeah, that could most likely be how it shakes out, at least on that, when you're comparing those two things. Yeah, I could see Javon Leake coming out of the West.
You think the Leake could be the special teams nominee?
Mm-hmm. He was very consistent. Very consistent. Probably the most consistent returner the Elks have seen in a number of years.
But Rourke's going to win most outstanding player and most outstanding Canadian, you think?
Not even close.
Okay.
I mean, Dusty was on, last Friday before the game? And, I mean, Dusty's been on this since early in the season, even when the BC Lions were not off to a great start. He was pumping the tires of Nathan Rourke. So, yeah, I'd be shocked if it went otherwhere or somebody else.
You can post in the nasty chat on YouTube. You can text the afternoon inbox, 780-218-9999 presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the Kitchen Restaurant. Sundays and Mondays, 50% off the entire menu. That's Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. until close. Email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. Have a limerick here from, where's my limerick? The limerick's gone.
Who is it from?
Didn't Bronco Nick send one in? Where did it go?
I got it.
There we go. I must have, I'm sorry, Bronco Nick. I must have actually deleted it.
What is all this 6-7 talk I hear? I am getting old and gray, I fear. Dua Lipa or Kelly Ripa? Leafs fans hate that 6-7 year.
Oh, that's a good one. You know what? I do have it. I was in my sent items folder.
Now, I know it's Dua Lipa, but I believe it's Kelly Ripa. So I pronounce Kelly Ripa, Kelly Ripa.
Clever.
I'm pretty, fast on the draw, Reid.
Yeah, you're not as dumb as you look.
Nobody can be that dumb.
Nobody can be that dumb. I wasn't supposed to do that way. If you missed the note earlier, in the 26-27 hockey season, so the next hockey season, the Alberta Golden Bears and the Alberta Pandas will play their home games at the Silent Ice Center in Nisku while there is maintenance done at Claire Drake Arena. And this will be, the way it's described to me, maintenance that will not be visible to the public, but I guess kind of the guts of the building got to get fixed up. So hockey as usual at Claire Drake for the rest of this season. Next year, they go into Silent Ice Center for a year, and then they're back in Claire Drake in the fall of 2027 for that season. Just a quick note I wanted to get out to about that, because that was announced by the U of A shortly before we started our show.
That is some facility out there, Silent Ice. It is. It's like a miniature Rogers Place.
Okay, let's go there.
Like literally?
Would that be a better home for the U of A teams?
Well, no, because Claire Drake's on the campus.
Right.
If you have kids that are living on or around campus, it makes it accessible for them. Going out to Nisku is not all that accessible. It is a bit of a jaunt from the campus.
Right.
As far as amenities, not even close.
Yeah.
I mean, Coop, you call a ton of games out there, right?
Yeah, I'm there quite frequently, probably like once a week or once every other week. Like, it's phenomenal. I was so shocked to show up to that arena for the first time. One, it's beautiful. Two, lots of parking. Just getting there, it's easy to park, which does help.
Yep.
But then you get in there and there's two fully sized arenas, and just the viewing sections are amazing. They have full seats around the bowl in one of the main arena, the Hatch Arena, which is where a lot of the bigger teams play who get more crowd. Their concession is phenomenal.
They have an upper deck on one of the arena. And they have a bar at the top of the place that you can order a pint of beer, walk out the bar, out the door, and you're in the upper deck watching a hockey game.
Full restaurant up there, too.
It's
with the pizza
phenomenal.
oven.
Loge, Reid. They have Loge.
Loge seats.
It's fancy.
Well, it'll be...
It's bougie.
I'll take you there one day, baby.
Might even get bottle service.
I don't know if I've been there. I don't think I've been there. That's sad.
Maybe I'll even buy you some chicken wings.
Oh, thanks, buddy. All right, we got a special guest coming up after the break. Brett Frood's the commissioner of the National Lacrosse League, which has a game coming up in Edmonton. Will it pave the way for a team to come back to Edmonton? We want to find out or see what he can tell us about that. But first, here's the Coop.
One game is underway in the NHL about 6 minutes into the first period. The Devils and Wild are tied at 0. Shots in favor of New Jersey 4-1. And two other games are on the docket. Buffalo hosting Detroit while the Canadiens tussle with the Flames. Buffalo and Detroit go at 5:30, and it's a 6:30 start for the Habs and the Flames. And the Raptors begin their season tonight on the road against the Hawks in Atlanta. Tip-off at 5:30. 3 games are live in the first quarter. Right now, the Cavs up 10-7 over the Knicks. Nets down a point against the Hornets, while the Heat lead the Magic by 5. Some lacrosse discussion brings us back after the break here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The temperature may be dropping, but the action's heating up. Play Alberta is offering odds boosts on every Oilers game all season long. This is your chance to score big. And for a limited time only, our listeners get an exclusive $50 free bet when they deposit $50 using EST50. That's code EST50 for an exclusive $50 free bet. Alberta wins with Play Alberta. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
It's wing showdown time at the Canadian Brewhouse. Creamy street corn goes head-to-head with Mexican chili lime. Two bold flavors battling for your taste buds. Grab them anytime, or just 69 cents every Wing Wednesday. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. San Francisco's own Jefferson Starship bring their arena rock legacy to the River Cree Resort and Casino October 23rd. Celebrating 50 years of rock and roll. Don't miss these classic rock legends. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Got your rally cap on? So do we. Get your home base ready with Sentinel Storage and cheer on Canada's team. Let's go Blue Jays. Sentinel Storage, official storage provider of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us. Very optional skate for the Oilers today as they're back home after the 5-game road trip. They went 2-3. They will face the Montreal Canadiens at Rogers Place tomorrow night and then back on the road for a couple of games on the weekend. Okay, interesting story going on here revolving around the National Lacrosse League and the city of Edmonton. And to fill us in is the commissioner of the NLL. It is Brett Frood checking in. Brett, you're on with Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
I'm great. Glad to be here, guys.
Yeah, thanks a lot for doing this. Let's dive right in here. So there's a game coming to Edmonton in January, on January 16th, as part of the NLL Unboxed series. I'm just hoping you can tell us a little bit about the Unboxed series and why Edmonton has wound up being a choice for it.
Yeah, I'll try to unpack that for you. Our Unboxed initiative is really growing the game in markets where we're not currently domiciled with teams. So across North America, trying to get into communities that we feel are ripe for our product and get sticks in the hands of youth, girls and boys. So Edmonton is one of those cities. With that, in parallel, we started the Unboxed series of events, which are neutral site regular season games. Our first one was in Montreal. And then this is our second annual. So excited to bring Georgia in as our home team. You guys probably haven't heard that one before. Georgia, the home team in Edmonton. So that'll be fun. But what you are used to having is Calgary. So excited to have Calgary in the house. And I'm sure your locals will appreciate that in a special way.
Yeah, I think you guys made the right call by not making the Roughnecks the home team, probably. I think Georgia will be well supported for that game coming up on January 16th. And tickets go on sale right away on Friday already?
Friday. Yep, Friday.
Okay.
We'll go on sale to the public. So, yep, look forward to Friday and kicking it off. And hopefully there's quite a bit of demand for what we hope is going to be a special game in January.
Okay, so look, you probably could already predict my next question. OEG's involved in this. Edmonton used to have a team, granted in a different building under different ownership. Is this paving the way for a National Lacrosse League franchise to return to Edmonton?
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'd be disingenuous to say that for me, it's not on the radar and something that might make sense for our league. Obviously, a city there that you guys know is has a stable, passionate, energetic sports fan base that's been there a long time, and they love their sports. And when we look at just that market overall and the density of our sport there, the indigenous roots, there's a lot of things that make sense. But really for this January, working with OEG is really, the goal is just put on a great event, both for those endemic fans that have seen our sport, that watched the teams in Edmonton back in the earlier 2000s. And then hopefully we're able to capture another fan base there that hasn't seen our sport and is excited to see it, and put on a great show, both on and off the floor. And I know I can't wait to be in that world-class venue that I know you guys have spent a bunch of time in, but I haven't. Excited for that and working with our partners at OEG. If we come out of that game with inertia and, what I hope to be just a phenomenal evening, then I look forward to the potential pass that it could lead to.
Okay, so now you might, I can tell you're very polite, but you might be a little mad at me for throwing hypotheticals at you.
Nah, throw away. We're good. We're good.
All right, so if Edmonton could be a destination for an NLL team, I think you have 18 teams right now. Would
14.
it be 14? 14, pardon me. If you got, would it be expansion or relocation that would be more likely if you went to Edmonton or any other market?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, as you've probably seen if you followed the league, it's I've been here 3 years, and we've spent a lot of time in, we'll call it stabilization mode, and not necessarily expansion mode. Really have taken a lot of pride in making sure our existing teams are able to sustain themselves into perpetuity and really figure out the business model that works best, and build enterprise value. So we've certainly been in that growth stage. So it's hard when it's I guess a little bit of dichotomy of words when you start talking about stabilization, sustainability, kind of building at your core, and then expansion. So I think we're getting to that point now over the last couple of years with what we've been doing with attendance and just overall growth that we can start using the word expansion. That being said, depending on where we are with other teams in the league, locations, owners, I think we'd be open to either. It all depends on timing and where we are with different entities.
All right. So, is this a comfortable number then of teams, though? Is that kind of what I'm hearing? No, you're fine.
No, we want to grow, but we want to do it pragmatically. You know, you grow too quickly, and then it has a negative impact on our core pillar teams right now. No, 14 isn't enough. I mean, you look at Major League Sports that you guys follow closely. It's all about volume and depth of fanship, and it's really hard to do it with 14 markets, which is quite honestly why we're taking on this unboxed programming and getting into communities like Montreal and Edmonton and Winnipeg and St. Louis and Baltimore and places that don't necessarily have box lacrosse, introducing at the school level, trying to garner fanship and be community driven in places that may not have a team that could have a team. But no, 14. If we're talking about a league that wants to be the next major league, which is what we aspire to be, and sitting there next to our peers and those like the NHL, we absolutely cannot be at 14. But we got to do it. We got to do it in a smart, pragmatic way.
Okay. Brett, I wanted to ask you. I have read and I have seen that there are a few teams that are struggling financially and have been receiving assistance. But at the same time, this league has been around for 38 years. So what is the current state of the union for the NLL?
Yeah, it's interesting. We'll have our 40-year anniversary, and I'm talking about a growth league, right? How does that work? It's been very cyclical, and as you guys know, it's kind of hard to beat down those barriers in professional sports and become the it league. And we've certainly, at least since I've been here in the 3 years, with both internally with our staff and then our core teams, have really been trying to look at things differently. And how do you kind of break out of that, we'll call it 39-year status quo, for lack of a better word. And I'm not doing justice to the growth that it's had over those years, but we still are not where we aspire to be. And that's just a challenge. It's not only a challenge with us, it's a challenge with many leagues out there, especially when you look at like what the NFL's doing. NHL's had obviously great growth in the last, decade and a half. It's been, extremely measurable. NBA as well. So for us, it's just, taking it a day at a time, but you got to think big and be aggressive. And that's what we're trying to do. And events like this are things that the league hasn't done historically, and trying to break into communities. And this one obviously is unique because it had lacrosse. But we think so highly of it. It's time to be back here and let the fine folks and fans in Edmonton see our product again.
Are there still like the hotbeds of where a lot of your talent is coming from? And I'm sure you want to expand that, but what are those hotbeds right now?
Well, it's unique, obviously, because we'll call it the fiber, the organic fiber of box lacrosse is in Canada, and most of our players historically have come from BC or Ontario. I'd say there has been a wild transition over the last, probably we'll call it 5 to 8 years, where there's a whole lot more of American talent that's coming in. As you know, in the U.S., field lacrosse has been the dominant type of lacrosse, but a lot of those players are playing box all during the summer, playing it at different times of the year, and realizing how damn fun it is to get up and down the field with that shot clock and put 25, 26 goals on the board with the physicality and being able to drive people into the boards, maybe drop your mitts every once in a while. It's just a different game than field. I grew up playing field, and I watched box growing up, and it's different. And I feel like our product is so phenomenal. So we are seeing players come, I'd say, more North American centric than we ever have before.
All right, so the NLL Unboxed Series game is going to be in Edmonton on January 16th. The home team will be the Georgia Swarm. The visiting team will be the Calgary Roughnecks. Tickets will go on sale on Friday. So in terms of your facilities, are you using a lot of NHL rinks in the cities in which there is or has been an NHL team? Like, what's the size of the stadiums we're generally talking about?
Just where we're playing right now?
Yeah.
With our across the league? Yeah. And NHL. We're in NHL arenas, a few AHL arenas. So we definitely got the gambit. Obviously, Vancouver has a team. Calgary has a team. Colorado. So, it's where Canucks and, Canucks, Flames, Sabres, Avalanche. So that, a lot of our teams are NHL owned, and then our independents are, I'd say, more AHL arenas. And when we played, like, for example, our first Unboxed game in Montreal, we didn't play at Bell Center. We played at Laval. I don't know if you guys have been to that arena. Beautiful. And I think that probably is 10 to 12,000 at Laval, where Bell is probably the biggest arena in hockey, right? Maybe.
Yeah, I think Chicago, I think, yeah.
Yeah. So our sweet spot, it's like our Buffalo last year. Buffalo led the league in attendance. I think they averaged about 17,500. And then playoffs were packed, sellout. So I don't know what the sellout there is in Buffalo. I think it was 19,250 people in that building. So depending on where we are and, obviously how quickly we can grow in a market, we definitely want to be in the bigger arenas and make this a machine, so to speak.
Brett, I wanted to ask you about how you arrived in the NLL, because, you became the commissioner in 2022, but I'm not sure that everybody knows that you were the president of Stuart Haas Racing. Massive NASCAR deal. How did that transition happen? How'd you go from NASCAR to the NLL, and what parallels have you been able to find between those two totally different organizations?
Yeah, well, let me ask you first. Are you guys follow NASCAR? So as I answer this question, are you guys fans or?
Oh yeah, I watch NASCAR.
I'm not very knowledgeable myself.
Yeah. So wild. Obviously, I appreciate the question, Jay, because it has been quite the transition. And so I worked for Tony Stewart, Hall of Fame race car driver in all sorts of disciplines, and then owner of Stuart Haas Racing. I've worked for him for 2 decades and had the privilege of running that operation. And we won a couple championships. I actually took the phone call for the NLL job as I was heading to both of my sons play lacrosse, and I was their high school coach. So I was moonlighting, aside from my full-time NASCAR job, moonlighting as a high school lacrosse coach. and received a random call from the agency that was working through this and said, hey, can you have time to talk about this lacrosse job? So obviously, ironically, I'm literally on a school bus. So I said, I'll give him a call later. And I hadn't worked on a resume in 2 decades, and ended up just talking to them over the next couple of weeks. And as I'm sure you guys can appreciate, it's special and sometimes serendipitous to be able to mix personal and professional pleasures and figure out how to do it all at one time. And grew up playing lacrosse. All my kids play. It's just kind of been part of our life. That's our hobby. That's what we do. So I ended up sitting down with Tony and had been with him for 20 years and just, talked through that process and his thoughts on it. And he was just, go get it. Like, this is going to be fun, and got my back. And that's what I probably needed to hear first and foremost, when you have loyalty and you work for somebody for a couple decades and have built success. So took the job, and I think just to answer your last question, and I'll practice brevity. Yeah, wildly different. So working for one individual for that long, and a wild man race car driver at that. So as you can imagine, a lot of uniqueness to that relationship and everything that goes into that, to one that's built off of kind of like the NFL model, right? We're a nonprofit, and I report to the 14 owners. So I've got 14 bosses. All different, all thinking things differently, many times aligned, but many times not aligned. So trying to navigate, I'd say, that political side, making sure we're able to progress the way we need to and be able to build consensus. That's been a big change. And then of course, the fact that I'm no longer operating a team and in the trenches and in competition meetings and figuring out how to beat somebody's ass each weekend and win. Our wins are differently. So our wins now, are growth and attendance and good partnerships and things that build enterprise value for our owners. So just very different wins when we kind of look at how I would describe those, but all the same. At the end of the day, you prioritize, you are goal centric, and we're just doing it in unison with 14 team owners now.
Well, hopefully it's a big win in January when the NLL is here for the Unbox Series game between Georgia and Calgary. If you're coming to town for that, maybe we'll have a chance to meet you or put you on again. We'll see how it shakes down for that. But thanks for your honesty and your forthrightness with the questions about Edmonton's potential future in the league and about what's going on with the National Lacrosse League. We really appreciate it. All the best, Brett. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for your time, guys. Enjoy the night.
Brett Frood checking in, the commissioner of the National Lacrosse League. Really well spoken, really good interview. Very honest. Like I didn't know what he was going to say about. Okay, is a team coming here? He was kind of like, well, he didn't. He said basically, of course, that's a market we'd look at, but he can't say anything else right now. I mean, he basically said the league is not big enough.
Right,
they need more than 14 teams. He has to think that way. I mean, I'm going to guess some people heard that and said, okay, it's the NLL. It's not an F in the middle. You know, it's not the NFL, but it's his job to grow that league as big as possible. But as he said, they can't do it too quickly. I think, I've talked to some people over the last couple of days. I think Edmonton's going to get a team. If I had to say one way or the other, I think they're going to get a team, and I think they're going to get a franchise that moves.
Relocation.
Yes. Some people have thrown team names at me. I don't know if I want to go that far.
Well, there are 3 teams in particular that are struggling mightily. So in their markets.
Who are they? Is Georgia one of them? The home team?
I've heard that thrown around.
Okay.
But there was a team in...
Albany moved to Ottawa? Is that what you're thinking
Albany
of?
moved to Ottawa. The Rochester Nighthawks and the Philadelphia Wings are now...
I've heard the Wings. And I'll just say who I've heard. The Philadelphia Wings and the Las Vegas Desert Dogs. Could be... I mean, OEG would have to purchase them and move them to Edmonton. Now, again, we'll see. It's certainly possible. I think having this game and having an owner who wants to expand and is probably going to think this is a pretty good arena. Now, there's other things going on here. what the season goes from, because their current season is starting right away in November. So it's sort of a winter into the spring schedule a little bit. It's an 18. I mixed up the number of games with the number of teams when I said 18. Right now it's 14 teams. They play 18 games. So 9 home and 9 away. I know Rogers Place is busy, but if OEG owned the team, they'd find 9 nights to have this team play. You probably would prefer weekend nights. How well would they draw? I really don't know. I mean, the Oilers are emperors in this city's sports scene. Certainly the Elks still have a following that I think will improve and increase if the team improves, which they showed some signs of this year. The Stingers are minor pro, right? Mm-hmm. They do okay. The Riverhawks, as I've said, nobody goes to a Riverhawks game. Well, not nobody. Very few people go to the Riverhawks game to pick apart the team, and their well-being doesn't hang on the Riverhawks winning or losing. They've done a great job marketing the city's biggest patio. Okay?
Essentially, yeah.
U of A, the people that go really, really care, I think, because I'd be one of them. But, it's university sports. They got their niche. How would people react to a National Lacrosse League team? Would they become interested in systems and talent and how well the team does, or would it be a night out with a sporting event in the background? I don't know.
I mean, there's always going to be a niche that says, oh, yeah, we got to, let's get lacrosse back to Edmonton, right? But whether that's able to support a team or sustain a team at Rogers Place, I mean, that's the thing. When the Oil Kings put on, their games there, they have, Toonie Tuesdays and they have kids meals, and you'd have to.
I wonder if the lacrosse team would have to do stuff.
I think
like
you'd
that.
have to, because you can't put a lacrosse team into the same box that you can put the Oilers into. It simply won't work.
Right.
At least in my opinion.
All right, we are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Enter for a trip for 2 to Super Bowl 60, plus weekly prizes and $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. You can let us know. National Lacrosse League, would you go? Would you care? Could you get interested? Would the city support it, do you think? Would they support it? I mean, if OEG owns it, it's going to be in Rogers Place. That's a big venue. Would they have to shut down the upper half? All those types of things. You can let us know how you feel there. 780-218-9999 is how you text the afternoon inbox. Presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant, where the entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. Words of the day coming up. Here's the Coop.
Two games are live in the NHL. Paul Cotter scoring for the Devils, assisted by Connor Brown and Dawson Mercer. They're up 1-0 over the Wild, 14-4. Leading in the shot category as well. About 2.5 minutes left in the opening frame, and 4 minutes into the game, the Sabres on the power play, 5-on-4 power play against Detroit, outshooting them 4-0. That one's locked at zeros. After that, the Canadiens and Flames drop the puck at 6:30. And in basketball, there's 3 games underway right now, nearing the end of the first quarter. Knicks up 33-23 over the Cavaliers. Brooklyn trailing Charlotte 36-31, while the Heat are down 10 points against Orlando. After that, Toronto and Atlanta tip off down south. Raptors opening their season against the Hawks in just a moment. Elks news: the club has announced their award nominees for this season. Justin Rankin representing the Elks as the team's most outstanding player. All Elks nominees are selected by the Edmonton chapter of the FRC and head coach Mark Killa. Meanwhile, Jared Brinkman, Brett Boyko, and Carter O'Donnell missed practice today due to injury. Boyko and Brinkman with a foot issue, O'Donnell with a head injury. The word of the day for the Edmonton Public Libraries next on The Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Don't mind me, I'm just eating crumbs out of my lap. Yum. Lap crumbs.
There's nothing like a good lap crumb.
There really isn't. I know people pointing out in the chat, the Rush didn't leave because they weren't getting fans. You know, the building, and I don't think they were getting along with OEG too well, so they go to Saskatoon. Bruce Urban owned the team, eventually sold them to the Priestner Group, the Go Auto people, and that's who own the Saskatchewan Rush now. I don't know. It's interesting, right, with these teams coming to town, because the Oilers, I mean, you made a great point about what the Oil Kings do.
Mm-hmm.
I think people care about the Oil Kings. They want the Oil Kings to do well. When the Oil Kings do well, there's some excitement and momentum around them. But I also think the fan base understands the ebbs and flow of junior hockey. And the Oil Kings still have drawn well when they haven't had good teams, because they have a building, especially earlier in Rogers Place's history, that people just wanted to go into.
Yeah.
And it was affordable. And the Oil Kings have kept themselves, I think, fairly affordable. And they have fun stuff. So if you are a mom and a dad with 1, 2, 3, however many youngsters who like sports and want to go to a game, all right, well, they play Chicago at 8 p.m. on a Saturday night. Do we really want to go as a family of 5 to that game? And it's going to cost us a lot of money and disrupt probably the kids' sleeping schedule till the next weekend when they can reset. I'm guessing. You have kids. I don't, but I'm guessing a late night like that, even on a weekend, would mess up the family routine. Or here's a 4 o'clock Oil Kings game. The tickets, we get the tickets. We feed them hot dogs. That's their dinner. We're home by 7 or 7:30, and everybody's happy.
The thing is,
the Oil Kings have done a great job, in my opinion.
It's that these leagues both play at the same time, though. Right?
Right.
So the Sunday 4 o'clock slate, that's Oil Kings. They've got that.
Yes.
Now, could you do that? You know, I mean, how many games are there in an NLL season?
18. So 9
I mean,
home. So like OEG would find the dates.
I got confused
building,
because you had 14 teams, but 18 games. So 9 home games. They could find a spot for it.
Yes.
They almost, I think if they, because let's not forget, OEG would own the team.
Right.
So they could do what they do with the Oil Kings, because it's a similar fan base. I think this could be a family fun or family friendly event.
Right.
Then I think they could be successful. I think that would be the right crowd to go after. Right? Another crowd that doesn't really necessarily have the means to do the family going to an Oilers game.
Right.
But they want to take the family out to Rogers Place to go see a professional sport. If they replicated that, I think they could.
Then there's a manageable price point, promotions,
game day food meals.
I think you'd have
like
to.
that.
I don't know how big. Pardon my ignorance. I don't know how big the minor lacrosse community is in Edmonton. I know that was like I briefly worked for that Edmonton Drillers indoor team 26 years ago, and I think at the time there was some sort of like a rift between minor soccer and the Drillers, or maybe it had started when Pocklington's son owned the team, right? So they weren't getting the teams out to games and stuff like that.
Right. Hopefully they could build some partnerships with the local community, right?
Right.
That would go a long way.
But, I mean, let's face it, OEG wouldn't do this unless they thought they could make money.
Ding, ding, ding.
Of course.
Yeah.
Nobody would.
Well, businesses need to be run like businesses, right?
Right.
I mean, it's not they wouldn't be hiding that.
I guess I'm just curious, what would the fan reaction be? Would it be excitement, like here's another team to cheer for, or would it be like I don't have the time or the money? I don't know. I mean, they wouldn't the whatever the team is called. I've always called them the Rush. Nothing would take fans away from the Oilers. But could this lacrosse team take fans away from the Oil Kings? Or would it be such a small chunk? Maybe it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, like Big Uke says, it's a young person party sport. You'd have to market it as such, and that place.
So you think they'd want to get the 20 to 27-year-olds, like the university?
Yeah, but what 20 to 27-year-old can afford $19 beer? Like, I'm serious.
They choose to, though. It's what you choose to spend it on, right?
That's fair,
It's a
sure.
face value. And once you get there, you're in the atmosphere. You see a couple big hits, a couple guys drop the gloves.
Yep.
You know.
Anyway, so the game's coming. January 16th, NLL Unboxed Series, Georgia Swarm against the Calgary Roughnecks. You can just do a Google on how to get tickets when they go on sale on Friday. Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. You can skip the flight to Vegas because jackpots are just a tap away. Experience all the thrills of the casino right from your phone with Play Alberta. Download the app today and deposit $50 using the EST exclusive promo code EST Casino for a $50 casino bonus. All right, let's roll into.
Should we do a quick limerick first?
Oh, yeah, I
Got
didn't
one
realize
more
we
that
had
came
one.
in from Dudley on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. The Jays face the Dodgers. Take heart. Their bats and their pitching, pure art. But fans getting bold when the tension turns cold. Should remember, don't trust a fart.
Jeez. Well, that's a nonsensical last line in the spirit of a limerick.
That's a good limerick.
Hey, Words of the Day is presented by Edmonton Public Library. They got a Cooking for a Cause program allows private groups of up to 36 people to have an interactive cooking experience with a chef in the kitchen at the Stanley A. Milne Library. It's a great team-building activity for groups who would like to learn how to create elevated dishes or set up a fun cooking challenge with your group. Find out more, epl.ca/cooking-for-cause. We might have
The word
to
of
do
the
this.
day.
We should.
Reid and
Gager
Jay.
could probably teach you.
Did I break your concentration?
Gager
gotta
made a
say?
nice pizza today.
Gager's an amazing kitchen.
Let's find out.
English, do you?
He's the EST chef.
Chef is what I was saying. I was trying to think of another word.
It's like a person that works in a kitchen.
Yeah, who's a
and
guy
kind of
who's
runs
good in a
things.
kitchen?
But he runs.
He's very
things.
proficient in the kitchen.
Yeah, he tells other people what to do.
All right, I had a good word of the day yesterday.
you did.
I misspelled one word, but I knew both definitions.
First word of the day, lanai.
Well, I'm not going to have a good day today.
Lanai.
Lanai?
Think
Lanai.
Think Hawaiian. Lanai. Lanai.
I'm going to go L-A-N-N-A-I.
Oh.
Why not?
L-A-N-A-I.
Are you serious?
You were very close.
Oh, wow. Well, and then my original thing was L-I-N-E-I. Then I switched it around. Okay, well, I took a stab at it. I'm going to need a sentence. I don't know this word at all.
My feelings are just as ambivalent as I sit on the front lanai of my rented bungalow in Palm Springs, California.
Is it a veranda? Give us a thumbs up on YouTube, by the way. We need 10 to get to 100. Let's get a late push and hit 100 here.
Second word of the day, certitude. Certitude. Certitude.
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm going to spell it correctly. CERTITUDE. Certitude. And I think this is almost like confidence or the ability to show a lot of certainty in things. Woohoo!
Dun, da, da, da. 2.5 out of 4 on the day. Not bad. The actual definition is a state of being or feeling certain.
Yeah.
Certitude.
Just means being, well, I said confident, so.
You did say certainty. You did. Well done.
In trouble, trying to get away. He will not. Oh, what is he doing? What is he?
I know who you are. Jason Milne of the Reid Wilkins Show. 3 to 6 p.m. on Edmonton Sports Talk. Have you come at long last?
This is the original bookbinder.
That is the original
bookbinder. I don't know why I chose to play that there.
That's fine.
Just randomly hitting buttons. All right, so tomorrow, scheduled to join us. Tomorrow's Thursday. Luke Gazdick scheduled to join us. Who's our Past the Pantry Athlete of the Week?
Carter Kettle, Golden Bears receiver.
And I'll also say scheduled to join us. I will say it's dependent on his schedule and the Major League Baseball media availability schedule. Blue Jays radio play-by-play announcer, Ben Schulman, Dan's son. So Dan does the TV, Ben does the radio. He's scheduled to join us as well, so that'd be pretty fun. We're hoping to have him on the show.
Fantastic.
On behalf of Zach Kubish and Jay Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. May the odds ever be in your favor.